another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your crumpets together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
And hello, 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 hello. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on to all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers, and my tea leaf readers, honey? What's your tea? What's your tea, honey? You know, it's another glorious day, my darlings. I know you have all of your crumpets together because you know what time it is, honey. It is time to dish tea, and you are dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat. What's your tea, honey? What's up? What's up? What's up? Darling, it's been one of those days. I feel cute and accomplished today. I'm just getting in. We came on a little bit later because I was in transit. I was over with Big Red, and we did some recording, honey, working on a spoken word piece and carrying on. And so we're making some things happen. So that there is all that, okay? But y'all know what today is, honey. Today is what? I said what I said, Sundays, honey. Ain't that the tea? Hold on. We're going to do it like this, honey.
Look, I got a bone in my bag. Guessing you don't like that. Used to be a didn't push back. Now I got a song written for that ass, yeah. It can't be too short about me anymore. I don't beat on the bush coming at your door. Fuck being passive, now I'm a bit more aggressive. Can't be mad at that, it's for my protection, yeah. I ain't fucking round. If I said it, then I mean it. I won't fucking back down. I'm a man, I got principles above your fucking head. You ain't walking over me, pay me my fucking respect. Yeah, I said what I said. 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 Yeah. Come on, talk to him. I don't want cuss, but I'm mad. The disrespect is so fast. Nice niggas finish last. I guess I gotta be an ass. Or do you wanna keep it clean? Treat me like a human being. Cause typically I'm for the team. Ain't the type to the mean. Yeah, I see it from your perspective. I try to understand it. You ain't on my level, dude. You so disrespectful. Treat me like I'm low. So, I ain't fucking round. If I said it, then I mean it. I won't fucking back down. I'm a man, I got principles above your fucking head. You ain't walking over me, pay me my fucking respect. Yeah, I said what I said. 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 Yeah. Said what I said. 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 Yeah.
said, said what I said. Said what I said. Said what I said. Yeah. That's my nephew, honey. That's my little nephew, child. That's my new little nephew, honey. That's who is Theo, honey. And I said what I said, child. So this is I said what I said Sundays. And you guys know the routine, right? If you don't, let me explain it to you. This is the time, honey, when we allow you the opportunity to come in and talk with us. And you will have 5 minutes to talk about any whatever topic is on your mind, honey. You will talk about it right here and right now. But there's 2 caveats. The first one, and the most important one, if you decide to come out of a bag and get real that way and into whatever, if you come out of a bag, trust and believe we will come out of a bigger bag, because we're not in for the fuckery. We don't do all that shit over here. This is not the platform for you to come over here to want to try to create fodder, try to create, social media, but we not clickbait shit like that, okay? That's not what we do here. So please govern yourself accordingly. If you're coming up in here, make sure you're coming up in here right, okay? Secondly, if you're coming up here and if someone challenges your point, please don't take it personally. Okay, do not take it personally. Just be able to have a conversation. We're going to have a healthy debate. And it's okay to disagree without being disagreeable. You understand? It's okay. All right. But just make sure you're not in your feelings. Because see, once you get into your feelings, then you want to come out of a bag, and then it'll be a whole bunch of mess, and it's not necessary. You understand? So those are your 2 caveats, darling. You see, wherever you are, I posted the link. Let me make a banner out of it so the link can so in case y'all don't see the link, you can always just type it in manually. I'm not gonna I better let it scroll. I'm gonna let it scroll across the bottom. Okay. That there is our link to come up in here tonight. All right. Okay. And bada boom, bada bang. Let's see who we got up in here. Hey, E-Groove's Old School Music. Hey, Big Meats. Hello there. This here, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce y'all to this particular character right here. Miss E-Groove's Old School Music, honey. Her name is Emily. She's a brand new listener to Dishing Tea with Big Meats. If you guys go over to my YouTube page, child, she has a bunch of commentary and carrying on the YouTube page, and girl lives for us, honey. So she gets to catch the show live right now, and that there is a wonderful thing. So I want to introduce you guys to Miss Emily over here. Hey, sister, thanks for coming on up in here, baby. What tea lowers your blood pressure? You know what? That's good. A green tea. Get you some green tea, or try some ginger and turmeric tea. That should also help with your blood pressure and also with your digestive system. And then there's brews out there. Like I have a brew called Blood Circulation, to where it helps with the circulation again and also lowers your blood pressure as well. So just try to go into your health food store, but right off the bat, just get you some straight up green tea. You can find some green tea with ginger. Sometimes you have a green tea with ginger and turmeric mix. So you may want to start there, darling. Okay. So that there is that. Gregory Walker, hey baby, what's going on with you? The princess is up in here, Leia, honey. What's up, Auntie? Tuning in for a bit. Thank you, darling. Thank you. We appreciate you. Okay, and then we got Miss Lola Lauren. Hello there, darling. I love ginger and turmeric tea. Isn't it fabulous? Isn't that just fucking fabulous, child? I thought I was going to have a connection with that, but it absolutely tastes divine. Now, what I do with my now when I buy boxes of tea, I end up creating my own brew. So I would take a ginger and turmeric, and I'd like to buy throat coat tea because, of course, I talk a lot or whatever. So I'd buy throat coat, or sometimes I get ginger and I cut the ginger up and boil it down, so that it makes its own ginger tea itself. And then you take a couple of tea bags of the ginger and turmeric and some throat coat or whatever, And then I may throw in some green tea, or I have this oh, what's the name of it? It's a black-owned tea company that I still have some from. It got cardamom and stuff in it. It's fabulous. Okay, it is fabulous, darling. So when I sit down and mix all that together, baby, I create my own little do-ahs, honey, so I could get myself together. So it's absolutely fantastical. Okay, absolutely. Okay, chamomile tea might also help. Okay, yeah, because chamomile also helps to sleep. So you're right. Chamomile tea, Emily, may help with lowering the blood pressure as well. Yeah, she said, Miss Lola. Okay, what you say? I will try it that way. Try it, honey. I'm telling you, honey, it is absolutely the giver. Now, like I said, I used to go and get some fresh ginger and cut the ginger up. Just take it and just cut it, in pieces. Put it in a pot of water and let it boil down. You want to let it boil for about a good 20 minutes and then turn it off and then let it sit. I like to let mine sit for maybe about 40 minutes so it get real strong and potent. And then when I want to sweeten it, I just use regular brown sugar. Dark or light, it doesn't matter. At least I don't think so. And that's what I use to sweeten the ginger tea with. And then I take the other packets and do it that way. So that there is that. Mm-hmm. So Red was in here, but I think he's having computer problems and he just bumped back out. So we'll get him to come on back up in here and call that grace. Okay. And yeah, so let's get started. I have a few possible topics that I'm going to introduce today. And I'm going to piggyback off of brother Eric Buckner, honey, over there at the Nighthawk Network. He was on live tonight, and he was talking about giving this current administration, honey. We got the year. It's been a full year that they've been in office. Okay, and what do you grade it, honey? Do y'all think do you think he's doing a good job? This, that, and other. What do you grade it? Now, he went down and gave 10 specific areas that, that within the year's time, some of the promises and stuff that he's made, and went through all that. I'm not going to go through all that because, number one, I didn't write them down. Number two, I just want to be off the riff, and off the cuff. So, like I said, piggybacking off of him and his show this evening about what are your thoughts on this current administration, okay, and et cetera, et cetera. Now, I don't know why I'm having internet problems right now. Okay, there we go. It's something with this area, and this is something that we need to talk about. I'm gonna have to bring that up to the council here in College Park because this damn Wi-Fi, honey, sucks to high hell. And I'm wondering if because we're over here at this airport that they're limited with what they can have around here so that it doesn't interfere with the signals and the towers and all of that. That's something that we need to look into. At the same time, darling, I'm sorry, I had a text come in, but I'm sitting up here getting through all this. But that there is that. So that's one of the things that we're going to talk about. Well, one of the topics, I'm going to put it that way. You can talk about that if you wish, okay? Another topic that I put up here. Wait a minute, I'm trying to get to my list. I got all my little smut and nasty stuff popping up, and I don't want to get distracted. I don't want to get distracted. Okay. Church shenanigans, honey. What do you do when folks are going through the motions using Jesus and using Jesus's name to do it? I'm going to play something for y'all, child, that we're going to talk about that in a minute. And then here's something that's very, very serious. And we're going to talk about this. I think this is probably going to be the conversation of the evening. Did you ever forgive your parents for being human? Did you ever forgive your parents for being human? What do I mean by that? Y'all know when we were kids and we see our parents, and only thing we know is our parents, right? And because of that, we believe and feel that they could do no wrong. You know, we see them as being able to take care, handle everything because that's all we know are our parents. But then when you realize that they're human beings, that your dad is just a man doing the best he can to make it. Your mama's a woman. Okay, she's a woman and you know, going through her, you know, when you realize that they are not the superheroes that we have fantasized for them to be, did you ever forgive them for being human? Because that's all they are. Did you forgive them for not being able to protect you like they wanted to, or you believe that they supposed to, or should have? Huh? That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a hot one, I believe. And then, if time permits, okay, depending on how well y'all talking tonight, we're going to go into the conversation cards. And every time I bring out the self-love cards, I never get to them because I say, okay, we're going to do these and this. But today we're only going to use this deck today if we get to them. Because see, as we were talking about on yesterday's show, oftentimes when we come to us and say that we want to get into talking about self-improvement, understanding ourselves, whatever, right? We always go through this whole thing of it becomes boring to folks, or folks run from it. Folks don't know how to respond to it, and et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like, no. We're going to get into this. I want to do my part for making self-discovery, self-awareness, self-improvement. We want to do our part in making it so that it's fun, it's inspiring, it's inviting, you know, and all of those things. Hold on, I'm trying to go to the YouTube page, and I'm going to mute the YouTube page so that I can see, because we got the bots coming in, honey. And yeah, I want to make sure we get these bots right away, because they need to be blocked and banned out. Okay, remove them, honey. I ain't got time for this old stupid shit. Okay. So yeah. So okay. So that there is that. So let's get into it, okay? Let's go back to the comments. E-Groove said, I eat straight ginger root. Really? Okay, I'm not that brave yet to eat the whole root. I like ginger snaps. So I like it hot and hard. I haven't been able to just chew on the root yet, honey. Buck is in here. Hello, all. Ha. Okay. I bought some fresh ginger and turmeric and lemon to make some immune tea. Okay, that's cute. Don't know why my comments wouldn't go through on Facebook. I'm not understanding that either, child. Okay, I'll be in around 10. Okay, with my 2 cents. Cute. Okay, Joe and Kamala are a hell of a lot better than rump roast. Okay. Ma is mentally rough. Brother is still angry. Okay. Well, cutesy. So let's get into that. So again, this is I said what I said. So if you want to come on up in here, you see the link that's right here. Click on the link. If you're in go find the link wherever you are. It's posted in all the platforms. Just find the link, click on it, and you can come up in here. But you got 5 minutes. I'm only going to give you 5 minutes. Okay. But let's get into this. And hopefully, did I upload the damn thing here? Because I'm going to start with with these church shits. Okay. I did not. Hopefully, I got the clip ready. Is this the clip? I think so. I think this is the clip. But hold on. Let me let this damn thing load up so I can play it out right. It's a 2 minute, maybe 2.5 minute clip. But I want y'all to see this old craziness, okay? And I understand church theatrics. I understand trying to get folks on fire for the Lord and carrying on. But this here's a tad bit ridiculous. And see, just the other day, was it yesterday or the day before? we just had something go on here in Georgia. Y'all want to sit down there, and many of y'all do not like Tyler Perry's movies and carrying on, right? But how many of y'all caught the last one, the Netflix one, you know, where with Felicia Rashad, and she played the woman who had all these old women and stuff down in the basement, and she was locking them up and was taking their money and carrying on. Well, honey, art imitates life, imitates art, imitates life. Okay, because here in Griffin, Georgia, just the other day, we just had that happen to where a pastor and his wife had just been arrested because they had 8 people in their basement that they had chained up down and locked them up down there carrying on, was getting their little Social Security coin and carrying on and do what did in and leaving the children down there and kind of swallowing and carrying on. How did you find out about it? Because somebody was called and the ambulance and the EMS technicians had come out to be of service. And when they were trying to get somewhere, had to go through the kitchen, they saw that this door was locked. And they heard some folks, and they realized that that's what was going on, and that's how the story broke. Okay, so these children, and this is a black couple now. This is a black couple that did it, and they sent it there swearing to the high heavens that, oh no, honey, they were running some kind of illegal group home. Okay, you know, and all it's absolutely just fucking ridiculous. Okay, let me share this. Oh, let me share this picture with y'all. Let me share this with y'all, child. Look at this. We're finna go share this page. Okay, wait a minute. I want to share. Hold on. Hold on. We're finna share. Well, come on, baby. Share. Thank you. All right. We're gonna share this. And this here is, there we go. Y'all see this? Look at this. This is the pastor and the wife. Okay. Both wife and pastor arrested for false imprisonment of people found locked in the basement. This is dated for Thursday, January 20th, honey. What's today? Today is January 23rd, correct? Griffin, Georgia, after a pastor was arrested when disabled individuals were found in the basement of an unlicensed group home. Now his wife is facing a charge and is in custody. Last week, when Griffin Fire Department went to assist a call concerning a seizure, they noticed the patient could only be reached through a window of a basement as the basement door was locked. Further investigation found that up to 8 people were locked in the basement and in what was an unlicensed personal care facility / group home. The victims were ages were between 25 and 65. They discovered multiple issues as well as potential abuse and neglect of the handicapped people. The quote caretakers were identified as 55-year-old Curtis Keith Bankston, who is a pastor, and his spouse, 56-year-old Sophia Sims Bankston. They operated under the guise of a church program known as One Step of Faith, Second Chance. Curtis was arrested and charged with false imprisonment last Friday, but his wife's charges were still pending. She is being charged the same as her husband, false imprisonment. The Griffin Police Department is asking anyone who had a family member or loved one under the care of the Bankstons to please contact Investigator Clark. Okay? And there's the number, 770-229-6450, extension 544, or email at cclark@cityofgriffin.com. Okay, now listen. Now, see, here's the thing, because now let's get real. Let's get real with this one, okay? Let's get real. See, part of the reason why I'm having a problem with the story is twofold. Number one, of course I'm mad at the pastor and the wife are carrying on for this old fucked up ass story. As far as now you saying this is a church program, blah, blah, explain. I'm also upset with the fact that whoever these people's relatives are, y'all just left them there. Y'all didn't go look at the stuff. Y'all didn't go investigate the facility. Excuse me. Y'all didn't go and investigate the facility. You just signed over their check and everything to them so that they could pay for the so-called care and comfort. Apparently, nobody went to go visit because they would have known that these kids was locked up. right? Or would have known something was different or something was going on. So y'all just left these folks in the care of these people. A 25-year-old, being locked up, honey. Now there's no way that something would, that he was necessarily. I don't want to say in his right mind, because that's not. I don't want this to imply that something is that they're not in their right minds, honey. If they're dealing with some kind of mental illness or whatever, or if they were mentally disabled, or dealing with mentally challenged. So I don't want to say in their right mind, but I just want to say you knew that a 25-year-old, honey, is not like the average 25-year-old, to where he has to be up under some kind of medical care. And y'all let this boy just stay up here and y'all lock him in basements and carrying on for real? Where are the families of these people? And how come nobody knew this prior to this? I really want to know how long they've been locked up. And I want to know how many payments have gone through from the Social Security Department and this, that, and the other, to where these folks was getting over like a fat rat, all in the name of the church. And if the church can't get taxed or whatever, all that money went to them, tax-free and this, that, and the other, because it was probably already a government subsidy anyway, right? More than likely, because they were either on disability or whatever the case may be, probably was already a government subsidy, right? So looking at that, where are those people's families? I'm having a hard time with this one, because I'm not getting that one. I ain't getting that one at all. And then, of course, the obvious about the pastor carrying on. These those shankster, nasty motherfuckers. Okay, how dare you? How dare you? And you want to know why the world is in such peril. See, because all that was nothing but greed. I get tired of folks doing that with the elderly people. I get tired of folks doing that with folks who are on Section 8. And think that because they're on Section 8 that they don't deserve to be in good houses and carrying on. You take their money, you rip off the government and carrying on. You gonna put them in a shack and gonna say this bitch is worth $1,500, and knowing that the government is only gonna let them pay 30% of their income. So you're probably gonna get $300 from the tenant, $5 max. Okay, let's say $500 maximum from the tenant, which means that you're getting $1,000 from the government that you're pocketing because you don't do nothing to the house, letting them live up there in shackles and shambles and shit like that, and you do nothing with the house, but you still take the money. I get tired of folks doing that to people. Okay, the elderly folks. Nursing homes are the same damn way. Now, don't get it twisted. Nursing homes are the same way. You put your people in the nursing home thinking that they're gonna be up under the best care, and all they do is take these people's money and they give them substandard care. Got them sitting up there pissing and shitting on themselves, and take hours before they come clean them up. Oh, but when somebody's coming to visit, that's when we get the little Shangri-La, honey, and we get all of the bells and the whistles, and you want to make sure that someone's washing their hair and making sure their clothes and stuff are clean, so that you can get it out of here with a good report, and you can still get that money coming up in there. I don't like people who take advantage of folks like that. I do not like that. I can't stand when just because folks are on Section 8 or because they get some kind of government subsidy or whatever, that you feel that they're no better, that you're better than them, and that they have no business for decency. But folks who get food stamps or whatever, how dare you tell these folks that they can't do X, Y, and Z? Now, wait a minute. I want to put a caveat on that, okay? I am going to put a caveat on that one, okay? But I get tired of that, where you take advantage of people the way that you do. This is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely. And you wonder, and we sit up here wondering how come the world is greed, honey. Greed. We get folks who get these foster kids or whatever, and you're only doing the foster care system because you're getting the money for the child. You don't care about these damn kids. You're just getting the money that's going to help you get over and then you give bare minimum care to the children. That ain't cool. That ain't nowhere near cool. I don't get it. I don't understand this. This is mind-boggling. Okay, it is fucking mind-boggling. And we've got to do something better about it. We really must do something better. Okay, we have to do something better. But the question is what? Because people are just people. I would play the Queen Latifah song. Queen Latifah and Mary J. Blige. She said, people just people. Okay. And it just destroys me at times because we know we need to do better and we don't. We don't take the necessary precautions of being good to one another and carrying on. Now, I didn't say you got to like every goddamn body because folks make it hard for you to like them. Okay, they make it hard. Okay, but every time we deal with folks who become very selfish, and in the negative way of selfish, you so selfish to where nothing in this world exists but you. You don't want to help nobody. You don't want to and then expect that everybody's supposed to always do for you. You come with the sob stories, the sad stories, or whatever. As soon as you get your fix, you hit it. You don't reciprocate nothing. Everything is always about you. That's not how this is supposed to be. You understand? That ain't how this is supposed to be. And we have to do better. We must do better. The question is, when are we? Because here is where it is. For all you motherfuckers who love being in church, sitting up here saying what would Jesus do with this, that, and the other, and one about it going to hell. Where's the work? Huh? Where is the fucking work? All of this faith and everything that you say you have. Okay, and then we got church. We got some child. Look, in some instances, we got 2 and 3 churches on the same fucking corner. I know up in New York, my road dog, we went walking one time, and we walked maybe 5 blocks. Baby, it was 9 churches in 5 blocks. You understand? And the reason this one was Baptist, this one was the Spanish church, that one was whatever. 9 churches in 5 blocks. You hear me? It don't make that much motherfucking sense that way we got that much church going on. Everybody claiming that they believe so much, and God is going to take care of everything, and then you do nothing. Because if with that much church going on, we shouldn't have the problems that we have. None. We shouldn't have these damn problems. But the sad thing is that most of the hell that we experience come from fucking church folk. Okay. Yeah, I said it, damn it. I sure the fuck did. I said it. Okay. Let me go back to the comments. What they're doing that to their kids, they're going to burn for that. Oh, okay. Okay, sometimes blood isn't thicker than water, and leave it to the church to do something evil in God's name. Oh, now you said that. Baby, you said that. Airplane interference. And yeah, I'm thinking so too, Avery. That is all about the airplanes, but there's got to be something that we can do as far as getting better fiber optics, because if you can't go over and put up towers, what about underground towers and carrying on? Because the fiber optics go underground. You know, are they willing to invest in that? See, that's where it is, because that costs a pretty penny in order to get the fiber optics to work. And as we all know, you know, dealing with subways and carrying on, the further underground you get, you know, we don't have that necessary connection because it breaks. But there's a way to do it, because we see all the time that we have instances where fiber optics will work to get into hell. Submarines, you know, they got to where shit, they way up underwater like the goddamn fish. But yet all of their operations and stuff work. They can still see their monitors and carrying on. You know, so what technology is that? They still got communications. They can take a radio and stuff. What communication do they have that we seem not to be able to have? Or is it because water? Now, you know what? Hold on. Let me think. Because water may be a conduit. Water may be a conduit that may let electrical charge go through. Okay, because you know when water and electricity mix, you know, it causes a shock. So water may be a conduit, whereas concrete may not be. Oh, that may be that. No, okay, we may be on to something there. We may be onto something there. So, okay. All right. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get my charger to put my phone on the charger. Hold on. I'm right here. Okay. I'm right here. So yeah, I'm going back to the comments. I'm just trying to put the phone on the charger so that wait a minute, let me put the phone on vibrate. Oh, it is already. Okay, good. So be that as it may. Um um This child said, do I have a call number? No, this is live, baby. This is live. This is Facebook and YouTube live. Okay. This is Facebook and YouTube live. Somebody, they having problems trying to get in. They want to come in on the damn live, honey. However, let me see. Wait a minute. There we go. I'm trying to get the comments. That pastor and his wife were relying on the victim's emotional distance and or absence from their families. Also, the families probably felt that because he was a pastor, their relatives were in good hands. In a way, it's like rich folks dumping their kids in some kind of boarding school and never visiting them because they just can't be bothered. I agreed 100%. I agree with that 100%. But see, here's the thing. You sit up there saying that it's in the pastor's, this is the pastor and carrying on, but child, bye. Bye. Okay. Why are you not doing the research? See, but you just said it. They didn't want to be fucking bothered. That's what it is. They did not want to be bothered because, with someone who has special needs and carrying on, and they are a handful, especially if you don't have the patience for it, don't know how to deal with it, refuse to educate yourself on how to deal with it, and then it takes a toll. Just with dealing with somebody who's sick, y'all know what it is. You've been around folks who have been sickly and carrying on with the common cold, the flu, or whatever, trying to care for them, and they have no mobility or whatever. It's a chore. It is draining because you had to do everything. It's just like having a newborn baby, but the newborn baby got sense and got wants and got needs and can articulate that. Okay. Then you're trying to have a respect thing because if it's a parent or a grandparent or uncle or whatever, you want to maintain that sense of respect. Okay, so it's draining. It is very, 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 very draining. Very draining. One time, Mom told me, have a baby, they'll increase your check. Stupid advice, and I didn't take it. You know what? And they still tell you that. See, a lot of people who are on assistance and carried on, that's what they do to get the increase. They're sort of here have more babies and stuff, and they get the damn the increase. See, I'm from Michigan, so I know at one point Michigan cut it off. They were like, okay, I think it's like 5 kids or whatever. After that, they ain't paying for no more kids, But whatever it is, yeah, folks will sit up there and get the check, or have the baby just so that they can get an increase in the check and the food stamps, so they can have more food stamps to sell and blah blah blah. Okay, now listen, I'm not gonna act as if I'm all holier than thou, honey. Because if a bitch selling her stamps, I'ma buy them. Okay, because that's that's less cash I have to pay. That's less that I have to pay in cash. Okay. Hold on, honey. Send the damn link, child. Damn. Oh, okay. This is starting to frustrate me now. Yeah, someone wants to come in the show and carry on. Then he's trying to help me promote and say, like, well, send the goddamn link I sent you. Okay. So yeah, all right. Forgiveness can be difficult. That's okay. Now you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. Forgiveness can be difficult. The reason why it's difficult is because most of the time we're looking for retribution. We don't want to let it go. See, when somebody has hurt us, wronged us, shamed us, deceived us, and all of that, we don't like to let shit like that go because um um we don't want to let it go because we feel as though if we let it go, then they're gonna think that we forgot. They're gonna think that we're gonna be okay with it. We may think that it opens up the door for them to try to do it again. Okay. Um, yeah, you know. So yes, honey, it is absolutely that way. So forgiveness can be difficult, especially when um when it's somebody close to you, and especially when you really actually really want to beat their ass, and you know your gratification is going to come if you whoop that ass. But you know that ain't nothing gonna come for it but just a real ass whoop because they're not gonna give you anything else. Okay, most of the time they done robbed you your money and shit. They ain't paying your money back. You know, they done fucked over your shit. Done did whatever with your man or your woman and carrying on. Just a disrespectful shit. You know, or for those who done got real that way and was touching your children, and you know that's an automatic ass whooping. Okay, when they did something very heinous. Okay, yeah, it's very difficult because we don't want to necessarily forgive. We want retribution. See, but yeah, it is difficult, honey. Where does all that time money go? That's a whole nother thing, honey. That's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. Okay. Okay. I'd understand if they took care of homeless and were open 24/7, but they don't. That there is the big to do, Emily, because we're sitting up there. Uh, uh, that's the big to do. Um, uh, we have allowed for the church and all of those particular things to come in, and they're supposed to be the community buffer. See, they're supposed to be the force in the community. They're supposed to be, you know, to do what the government don't do. You understand? They're supposed to. However, okay, this here is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, it becomes a whole big to do, and when they're not doing their part, the government can't do what it's supposed to do either, because there's too many. And see, what folks don't want to believe or want to accept is that church is big business. They just they don't pay taxes. How about that? Church is big business that does not pay taxes. Okay. That's why there should not be a reason that if you got a church secretary, you said you got a kitchen, a food pantry or whatever, that no one can come to your church or whatever, at you know, during regular business hours because there's no one there. Okay, but yet you're supposed to be doing this stuff in the community and carrying on. There's folks on churches' payrolls because you pay the minister of music. Okay, the pastor. A lot of churches, the pastor gets a salary. Okay, but that's the thing. If you're paying them, then that means this is their only job, right? Or maybe they get a stipend and they have to supplement it, you know, and this, that, and the other. Because by right, see, when you're doing the pastor's anniversaries and this, that, and the other, and all these appreciations and all this, that, and the other, it's because they've been so dedicated to the work to where it's an appreciation and things that say, oh, we love you. We know we don't pay you enough. This is what this is. But the money that comes in is supposed to pay for it's the overhead of the church. You got the church secretary, you got the trustees and all of them who count the money. So those are your accountants and things. You got the custodian, you got the kitchen staff, you got the minister of music. There's an overhead with running a business, honey. Yes. And a lot of folks don't see it that way. Everybody wants you to sit down there and give all your shit and do this for the Lord, honey. Oh, this is for the Lord. Okay. This is supposed to be from your heart. This is supposed to be. But did you also teach me that my gifts are supposed to sustain me, honey? My gifts, I'm talented with coming up here getting your books together, honey. That's supposed to be my job. Okay. Now, because of my faith, I'm not going to steal this money from the church because this is the church. Right? Okay, I gonna turn this into no. Okay, let me go here. South Fulton in the house. Hi, come on, South Fulton. Okay, in effect live. Well, what you say, baby? Do it. What's this? Kimochi Ichibustu. Did I pronounce that right? I know I just told that all the way up, child. Okay, Griffin, Georgia. Yeah, down in old Griffin, honey. Okay. Their lawyer stated that the clients were free to leave. That was a lie. How are they free to leave when the doors are locked? The children sitting up there, how were they free to leave? And the ambulance, honey, had to come and was trying to treat the child through the window. And the driver, the EMT technician sat up there and said that the damn doors and stuff were locked and they couldn't get in. Downstairs to the basement where the people were. It was locked, padlocked or whatever. Okay, and I'm totally blind. I am not gonna take care of a baby. Oh wow. Okay, wow. Okay, they were treated as prisoners. Crooked pastor, second chance. Yeah, right. Evil pastor and evil first lady. All the way. The families didn't want to be bothered. Not at all. Not at all. Okay. Not at all. And it's sad and it's crazy. Okay, it is sad and it is crazy. Okay. What you say? Recently, there was another illegal care facility in Cobb County and ran by fluid black folks. See, now here you have it. You know, that's heartbreaking for me. Every time I hear black folks into this old shit to where now you sitting up here stealing the money all in the name of the church and carrying on the blase. Because you're taking advantage of people that is bothering the fuck up out of me. Because no, that's a bad look all the way around. Oh, Lord. This is why I don't tithe and I don't think I'll burn for it either. Okay, she said, I ain't going to burn for it. Let me show y'all some shit. Now, y'all want to, now we talking about church shenanigans, right? Y'all check this out. Come on, baby.
Fire! Come out from the private! Come out from the private! Come out from the private! Come out! Out! From the private! Go! Look that demon! Look! Oral sex demon! You see oral sex? Look, oral sex. Look. You oral sex. Use oral sex. Let that sperm of that man out. Out, you demon. Out. Let go.
Delivered me 2 Sundays back. Then a demon came with his penis and put it in my mouth. And then he came again and he slept with me last week, and I told the pastor that I need deliverance again, and since then my private part has been itching.
It's been itching?
Yes.
Ken, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Speak. Who are you? Who are you? Look at that demon. Look at that demon. Who are you? Who are you? Speak out. Who are you? Who are you? Jesus' name. You demon can help you. Yeah. Come up from the private part. What is your name? Rosamond.
Rosamond Daniel.
Rosamond Daniel. What happened to you today?
So you prayed for, you delivered me today, and then when I went to the bathroom, I think 15 minutes later, some white stuff came out with the blood after you sprayed.
Oh, come on, somebody. After I spray with the water,
Yes.
after I spray, something came out white. Put your hands together. Hallelujah.
Uh-huh. Something white came out. Bitch, it was the old cum. Okay. That. Huh? You sprayed me with the water and something white came out 15 minutes later. Blah, blah, blah. Really? Really? And folks are running around and this, that, and the other, and they're carrying on. Now let me say this, because I don't want all of you traditional children trying to get on me, because for me, I understand when the spirit moves, and I understand how I connect with what I call my higher power. However, some of the little church shenanigans are carrying on like this, okay, all to get folks to put more money in the collection plate or whatever the case may be, and you claiming that you performing miracles or this, that, and the other. You know, this kind of shit right here. No, honey. Mm-mm. It's church theatric that just doesn't agree with my spirit. And it's shit like this that get folks caught up, because a lot of folks, they sit down and believe that this is real. And okay, but then they start to govern their lives according to what their belief system is. And I'm trying to tell y'all something, honey. Beliefs are subjective. Your belief system it only works for you. Your beliefs are designed for you. They're not designed to run the world and carry on, because everybody don't believe the same way, and they don't believe it exactly the same. You know, so your belief system, how you run you, how what your creed is and carrying on, is how you run you. Okay. Some folks smoke cigarettes, some don't. Some folks drink alcohol, some don't. Some folks do marijuana, some don't. Some folks do harder drugs, some don't. Some do all of it, some don't. Okay? Because it only works with your own constitution. What is the constitution of you? Oh, that's a good question. What is your constitution? If you had a Bill of Rights about you, honey, what are your Bill of Rights, honey? What are your Bill of Rights that introduce your constitution to the world? Huh? And how many times did you have to amend them? Ooh, that's real good. How many times have you had to amend your own constitution? Huh? Come on, talk to me, Sharon. Come on here and talk to me up in this place here. Okay? So, yeah. Okay? So, beliefs, this is how folks get caught up. This is how folks don't move and matriculate, and carrying on. Then you got those, who there's so many different facets and extreme of all of this, to where now all I have to do is tell you, you do what works best for you. But these kind of shenanigans here, okay, because let's dissect this story. Let's dissect this story, Sharon. Because this bitch said, hey, you delivered me last week or 2 weeks ago, right? But the demon came back and put his penis in my mouth. So I need for you to deliver me again. Did y'all hear her say that? demon came and put his penis in her mouth. This is after she was delivered the first time. But the demon came back, put his penis in her mouth, and then had sex with her. And now she's itching in her vagina. Bitch, that's called a yeast infection or you done got the clap. Okay. So you spraying the little spray on her JJ. Okay, I guess it's holy water, but you spraying the spray. Then you sit there and said you finna call this demon out. And all she does is scream and holler, okay, as if the demon is burning because the holy water is doing the thing, right? The holy water is getting the demon and things. Okay. The pastor said, "Who are you? Who are you?" Now, you know, it teaches us, honey, tradition teaches us that anything that you call out, honey, especially in the name of Jesus, that if you call a demon, honey, it's supposed to reveal itself, right? It's supposed to let you know exactly what it is. What did she do? She screamed, and then all of a sudden she just stopped there. Got catatonic, didn't she? Then she passes out. Everybody else is praying, "Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh." Okay. Okay. I got you. I'm there. She says, he says, "What is your name?" Rosita, whatever her name is, Rosalind, whatever. He said, "What happened to you?" Now, mind you, this was supposed to be an exorcism. So now you went to the bathroom after the man done sprayed you with water, you know, and you say that 15 minutes later, 15 minutes later, white stuff came out your vajayjay. White stuff. So, I come to understand, honey, did you just have this demon last night? Because that sounds like, bitch, that he nutted up in you, honey. That was just the after effect. You didn't douche before you went to church, child. That's how okay. Yeah. But all these little church shenanigans, honey. So yeah. What we doing? What are we doing? Is the question. Okay, what you doing? Cheering. What are you doing? Okay. What the fuckity fuck? I've seen part of this before, but not this much. Shaking my head even more now. And that white was nothing more than the damn loogie for scamming's sake. Listen, when he was talking about when the pastor was up, look at that, oral sex, come out. Come out of that mouth, oral sex. Bitch ain't what nothing but slob. She coughed enough to wear hair. That's the backdraft of all the spit she was coughing up. Oral sex. Come out of that mouth, demon. Come out of that mouth, demon. That's not what church is supposed to be about. This is not godly, honey. In their minds, it is. And see, and this is okay. Here we go. This is why this kind of stuff, when it comes down to folks and what they believe, that was my sister, honey. My sister Helena. She says, "Is that what you believe? Is that what you believe?" Okay, that's Helena hologram, child. When it comes down to folks and what they believe, okay, this is the kind of shit that runs because they believe this. There's a number of people, honey, who fall prey to the church theatrics. Okay, they fall prey to it. There are some who are just in tune with what church is supposed to look like, to where they know it by heart. How is it? Haven't you ever noticed that anytime somebody played the shout music, everybody ready to go bump and shout? If the organist get on it, everybody start popping like popcorn. Because why? There are some folks who believe that's what you're supposed to do. There's some folks who actually get caught up in the spirit because music moves the spirit, right? Music moves the spirit. So there are some who actually get caught up. I know it's happened to me. Okay, where it's because you're so in tune with your spirit, it makes you move. But there, the rest of them, you could. I did something a while ago, a big meets moment a while ago, and in that I asked this question, and I had some stupid ass remarks. I was like, why is it that when it's time to shout, that folks will run from the back of the church up to the front just to put their steps in, as if that was the dance floor? Huh? Why? They run to the front of the church, right where everybody else is shouting, just to get their steps in. And you're supposed to be all caught up in the spirit, honey, to get your steps in. And right after you just feel that you done got you those bouncing, you done twirled and this, that, and the other. Whoo! Because you're supposed to be in the spirit. Bitch, as soon as your bitch ass get tired, honey, you stop and turn around and walk right back to your seat. What am I missing? What am I missing? I like to drink sometimes and edibles more, light on the edibles. Okay, I understand all that. That's why I don't like ignorance. Yuck. Okay. Ha! Damn theatrics. Can't stand it, honey. Okay. I'm glad I grew up with the love of music, and there's some more going on iTunes. Well, okay, how about that? Okay, I ain't mad at you, baby. I ain't mad at you. Okay. How y'all grew to this booty music and angry music with people who don't sing? I don't know. Okay, there you have it. Come on up in here, Buck. Come on up in here, Buck.
Well, first of all, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we didn't have to go old school this evening because my computer is acting a fool yet again, y'all.
Okay.
I got through the show and it was like, that's all the work we doing today, sir.
Oh, that's all. Okay. Okay. Miss Compute, she said, you know what? No, we're not doing overtime today.
Right. What up, Leah?
We ain't doing overtime today, honey. You done got 8 hours about me, bitch. I'm done. I'm clocking out. No.
It didn't tap out on
me. My children, and I got to go cook my husband's dinner.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, thank you as always for the platform. Second, let me say, whoever these Russian or whatever it may be, it appears to be Russian or something to that effect, that continue to want to contact the show for whatever reason, please know you have not only been blocked, but you have been reported by myself and others. We do not care for whatever you got going. Please, when y'all see these in the reruns and go back through the comments, if you have seen one that slipped through that had any type of org or anything like that, please do not click on that. I'm almost certain it is some type of virus.
It is. Those are viruses and things, and they lead. Some of them are like sex, little viruses or whatever. Some of them are porn sites or whatever. And yeah, do not click on those little things, child.
Leave Dish and T the Smurf alone. Dadgummit.
Okay.
Okay, next to the second thing. Okay, here's a part of the discussion that I ain't necessarily heard. I've been in and out of it, but remember, we as people of color, we tend to look at that half more so. I want to talk about just the church in general. Are they having some of these same issues with white church, Anglo-Saxon church?
Come on now.
Whatever you want to call it. Are we having some of those same issues? Even with a Muslim church of people of non-color? I'm just curious. It seems like those churches tend to do more for the community and the people that attend them than our churches do.
Mm-hmm.
It appears that way to me, at least.
You know
And
what?
then,
wait a minute. Let me interject, because I think we may be on to something. You know, culturally speaking, we know when somebody trying to stunt us for the most part. Our Anglo-Saxon counterparts, most of the time, they don't know a stunt. You know what I'm saying? So when you got some people like Catholic Social Services and Caring, you know, all of these particular places, all of these other religious organizations, okay, their job is to just be of service and to help. They don't question you whether or not X, Y, Z. Now they may have a procedure for your intake. That's to get their numbers together because they got monies that carrying on that's coming in. So they may get into your business and ask you what your household income is and blah blah blah. But they're for the most part, they're not gonna sit down there and question you if you pulling a stunt. Okay.
Right.
You know, because they're not going to ask you if you got a drug problem or whatever the case may be.
And again, I'm saying that for the record, not to say that there are not white churches that are getting over on people. Say what you will about Pastor Osteen and people of that nature. I'll leave that for y'all to ascertain.
Right.
But all in all, it just appears to me, based on what I see overall, that the white Anglo-Saxon church and those of non-colored churches tend to be more community-based than their African-American counterparts. I would even go as far as say some of the Hispanic churches as well.
How about that?
Be more toward community-based as opposed to let's get this building fund and pastors home fund and all these other extra reasons to contribute to church.
How about that? How about that? Every said tithes, honey, tithes. But you know what? And see, part of that, that's us. See, we feel as though because we paid our tithes or whatever, and then give it to the church, that the church is supposed to do X, Y, Z. But here's where we are, because see, when dealing with the organizations and carrying on, I've seen it happen. Just like anything else, church is big business, and if you have not done your part to help that business grow, the church has options to say, no, we can't help you. I've seen members, honey, we have been faithfully going to that particular church, but because this one particular person did not pay tithes to that church, this church said, no, we're not holding your funeral here. After all this child have done for, with volunteering here, making sure they show up for all your, that was a mess. It was a mess, but they stood on their own principles, honey. This here, you didn't contribute financially. Okay, so no, we can't go throughout all of that and carrying on, and that now that's us. I don't know how everybody else operate because I've never been in those particular establishments long enough to get into their politics. I do know mine, and y'all heard me say this story all the time. When I first moved down here, I went to all the big churches here, all the big churches, because I was having a problem with I had got a job. My job didn't start for 30 days.
Right. I do recall the story.
I was willing. I said, listen, if y'all could just help me pay this 1 month, I'm willing to pay it back, I will put that in writing. My job had not started. And I was told, honey, I was told by Creflo's church, child, oh, well, the way how we do things here, you got to come in and you got to become a member of the church, and you got to be on an auxiliary for 3 months. Okay, and then after you serve on the auxiliary for 3 months, then we had to take that to the board, and the board had to decide on whether or not. I said, bitch, I'm about to get evicted now.
I said next month, not 3 months from now.
Right.
Next
You know
month.
what I'm saying? And I was told that Eddie Long's church, told me, don't you have a church home? I said, I just moved here, and I said, I do attend the church. I said, but they don't have the money. They didn't have it or whatever. So now it has me in the alert. So I'm telling you, I would pay you back. I will put that in writing. So when it comes down to that, as far as community service, and that's what we get into. But when it comes down to our Caucasian counterparts, it's all about the work. Now, they may have said, well, we may not be able to help you completely monetarily or whatever, but we can give you resources. We could point you in this direction and that direction. Okay. Or if they say, yeah, they may say, okay, we can't give you the money. I don't want you to give it to me. Make the check to these children. You know what I'm saying? And blah, blah, and carrying on. Because I don't have to touch it. If you're worried about that, y'all can handle that directly to them. I would put my name on in writing and can give you my payment arrangement, how we could do this. So when it comes down to all of that and doing the work, this is where it becomes problematic, and in our communities and carrying on. Then you got these kind of church shenanigans going on to where those who maybe want to go to church and find some kind of spiritual development, find a better way of doing things, then you got this shit going on too. It's like, okay, what am I here for? Okay, what am I here for? I don't need you to talk about me not having the latest jeans or whatever, because you said come as you are. This is what I got.
Right.
Now you calling me all kind of skanks and hoes and shit because, yeah, okay, okay, And only thing you need to do, church mother, is that if the skirt is too short, you offer her a lap towel, a lap scarf. And now put this on, sweetie. That way, okay. No, we don't do that. Okay, if the blouse is a little too low, then you give her a shawl. You cover her up with a shawl. Okay, but no, sweetie, let's cover that up just a little bit, honey, because that's a distraction. Okay, that's a distraction, and tell them why, But there is that, child. That there is. And let me go to the comments. Then we're gonna move on to another subject because we'd be on this church shit forever. Okay. The way I see it, those ties could have helped pay a bill, get food from the fridge, or put gas in my car, period. Well, how about that? Bish, what? Not holding someone's funeral because they didn't pay tithes. What kind of BS is this? And you heard what I said, child. You heard what I said, honey, and that there has always stuck. That was a thorn in my craw for many years.
And keep in mind, you down there in Georgia, ain't that supposed to be the Bible Belt down there?
Child, you hear? Many years. So now let's go over to another topic because, child, one of the things I'm gonna piggyback on you, Buck. Come in over there with you today. I was driving. I was en route back here to 39-6, so we get ready for the show. And one of the things that I know you did a 10-point list of this administration.
The 12 list, yeah.
And I want to get the folks to come on up in and comment. What are your thoughts about Biden and Harris? And it's been a little over a year now, since they've been in office. And what is your grade? Now, you know what? Usually, I'm not one who likes to judge on the first 100 days. I really don't like to judge on the first year because for me, it's not enough time because they've got so much red tape. You got to deal with all the bullshit of, Democrat and Republican, you got this damn infighting going on. And usually whenever new bills are presented, everybody want to get their asses on their shoulders to carry on. And, trying to make this about your party versus about what the fuck is at hand. Okay, but it's been a year, and I said if I was to give them a grade, I would give them a C minus D plus. Okay, which is basically the same grade minus a point or two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the reason why I say that is because we have gotten a lot of work to do. I'm giving that simply because Biden means well, but damn it, I'm so tired of his misspeaking. He'll say this, and then he got to double back because he misspoke here because he's talking too fast. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I understand that being someone who is in front of a camera, having to do commercials and carrying on, you got to keep. I'm fortunate to where this wasn't a one take commercial. I got to keep doing it because we get it right.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're live, honey, and you're trying to you keep misspeaking, it gives the sense that you are untrue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it gives the appearance that you are lying, and for me, I don't believe that he is. I just know that when your brain starts thinking faster than your mouth,
Mm-hmm.
and then on top of it, when you're really trying to make the point, because you
And then
got
of course, like I said, I do give
at you and
you
shit.
I do give you some slight leniency because we do know you have the speech impediment situation with the whole stuttering and
Right,
all of that. We understand that.
right,
But in the same token, as I said to somebody else, it comes off different. Understand the previous administration, the
right.
orange clown, basically when asked the question, he was quick with it. It was straight up bold-faced lies, but the way in which he spoke to it, some people took to that as, oh yeah, he know what he's talking about. Even though we know, those of us who do the homework know better. But for those of them who wanted to believe, oh yeah, he made it real believable. With Biden, it comes off as yeah, you on some tricky dicky stuff here.
Okay, and when I say the entire administration gets a C minus D plus, I mean the entire administration, and I'm going for everybody who's in the Senate, everybody who's in the House of Republicans, the House of Representatives. I say that is because I'm sick and tired of these goddamn renegade Democrats who want to sit down here and y'all throwing monkey wrenches just to throw a monkey wrench. Okay, to cause all this fucking internalized fighting. Don't nobody need to know y'all fighting like this, but y'all need to do that shit behind closed doors.
Because I promise you, the Republicans doing the same thing, but the thing is, they ain't putting their business out in the street.
See, when you come before this damn camera and y'all say, okay, this is what the hell this is, this is supposed to be a unified front. Okay. Now, Manchin and what's that bitch name? What's the
Cinema. Miss Cinema from Arizona. Cinema. Yeah.
How about that? Okay. They really need to see y'all just as bad as Marjorie Taylor Greene or whatever goddamn they're from. Y'all have Cinema and Marjorie have damn near become one and the same to me.
That's rough.
Okay. They have damn near become one and the same person to me.
That's rough. I'm not even gonna put her out there like that. I dislike Miss Greene very much.
Exactly. And she's from my state.
Yeah, so you hear a lot more than I do.
I'm having issues with all of this because now y'all just doing shit to be doing it. If you did not like your damn nominee, what would you gonna do about it? Because y'all said this is who we putting up here, Democrats.
Right.
This is who you said we running with. So now that you're running with them, what the fuck is the internalized fighting about?
Exactly.
Y'all can't sit down here and work across the aisle because some of y'all want to be them. Then defect. Go become Republican then. Change your party.
Straight up.
Change your party.
Straight up. Or even better still, be real bold with it and be like, I'm an independent. I'm going with whoever I'm going with. Period.
And call it grace. Manchin and I know Kamala got well, let me call her Vice President Harris because I get on everybody else for not giving her the title. Right. Vice President Harris was upset with. Well, no, she wasn't upset. It just hit a nerve when Charlemagne was like, okay, well, Manson act like he the real power.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, she gave us that black girl
Right.
reaction.
Right.
Wait a minute, hold up. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, cute. But Miss Thing, I need to see all this power and this fire. I need to see that attorney that California keep talking about, that black folks keep saying when you was this damn district attorney for California, you had all this damn fire power. We need to see that over here. I don't hear, but you know what? But to be fair, let me say this, to be fair, because they said this about President Obama. And then and then Barbara Walters had to ask him, Mr. President, did you cuss? Do you use curse words? And he said, every day. And he said, when was the last time you cursed? She said 5 minutes before we started rolling.
I mean, basically, if you listen to his audio book, he cussed rather frequently in the book.
But one of the things is a lot of folks did not know what was going on, because when he came out front or whatever, he didn't put on the front street all the fighting and carrying on, because that was like, no, I knew this was going to be difficult. Y'all don't need to know all of that, because that's irrelevant. What we need to do, this is what we're trying, this is the goal. So I'm going to give VP Harris a little leeway in that, because I don't know how she's fighting behind the scenes. Okay. At the same time, though, girl, you so busy wanting to be sister girl, honey. I need some of that fire in front of these cameras, and we need to hear what's going on. And I need to see what is the plan. I don't understand. I don't know what the plan is.
Right. I will tell you this much, people. For those of you who are trying to ascertain what is really going on, if you have access to C-SPAN, I highly suggest one day when you get a few minutes, check out what actually goes on in these houses of Congress.
You know what? Let me tell you something. C-SPAN, baby, y'all have to make sure that you're going to be very attentive, because that shit can get boring.
It can, but in the same token,
but if you know how to stay focused, baby, trust me, you know what to listen for. You know what to listen for. You know what to do. Because you will hear all the internal line fighting. You will hear your representative exactly how they feel on a certain bill. You will hear exactly why, when they're arguing the bill down or whatever, you will hear exactly the points that they make in order to say, yes, I agree, or no, I defeat it.
Right.
And now you will actually hear those points, which is why it is imperative for all of us we need to understand that. You always have the option, child, to go and find out how your person voted on certain things, because once the votes go public, that there's public record. You can always find out how your representative voted on something and know how to for your next vote. Okay, are you doing what we say sent you up there to do or not?
Exactly.
Nikki coming up in here. Hey.
Hey.
Sister.
Hey, Buck. How you feeling today, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
Listen, I'm here.
Right, because I didn't think he was coming in.
Reaching on my ass, my sleep pattern has been so damn off. When I told him today, I had to ask him, did I call him? I'm like, wait, did I call you too?
Did I not speak on that yesterday?
Okay.
I don't. Yeah,
I'm the king of nap time now.
Listen,
I almost have to take a nap every day just to get through the day.
It's not even that. I can't take a nap. It's like my mind won't rest enough for me to go to sleep. I wanted to say, I was trying to get this clip because I wanted to send it over to you, Meech. If I'm not mistaken, back in the day, it was President Ford. So that had to be when we was about, 4, 5?
Yeah.
Something.
Maybe.
But there was a prediction. There was a prediction that he had made about when there was going to be a black president. When there was going to, if I'm not mistaken, he talked about like an idiot being in there too. And after that, there being a male president, a male white president with a black VP. but the male president was going to die and the VP was going to become president. I watched this shit and then it threw me for such a loop because you know how we always get those conspiracy theories like it don't matter what we say, they're going to put in there who they want to put in there to keep the shit up in the ride. Then you get to feel safe for a little while. Then they put us back up and have everybody's drawers up in their ass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to find it because I wanted to send it over to you. And I was like, because it's not like it was something that I actually remember. We were very little when Ford was in. So I was like, well, damn. You know, like this really, really is weird to me. And it puts me in those places of feeling like, do we waste our time? Because with Biden being in there right now, right? I don't give no distinct things about what he's doing because I can honestly say I haven't been paying attention.
Okay.
We've been having so much shit happen to us so close to us that I haven't really paid attention to his bullshit. And I don't mean that like Trump bullshit. I just mean bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But every time I catch him on something, speaking one of the addresses or whatever, it just sounds real messed up to me. And I'm like, yo, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? I know I ain't been paying attention, but damn, what are you talking about?
Because I will say this much, particularly when you see the main people that they show talking, the Mansions, the Schumers, the McConnells of the world, they all seem to have that one common bond.
Right.
Old. And their speech comes off as old. And the things they talk about come off as antiquated. I really need America to think about what we're doing in terms of hiring our elected officials from this point forward. I think half of the problem is easily resolved by saying it's time for some new blood. It's time for some people that are closer to what's really going on. A lot of these other people, they've been in Congress 20, 30, 40 years. They've been getting money. They stay with money. Their thought process is more money-based than people-based. And I think that's part of the issue.
Exactly.
I think a lot of things are going to be a lot of the status same because there are too many things that are still put in place that they haven't changed. That is point blank period, across the board, human decency rights.
Okay.
Anytime you gotta every so often vote on if we're gonna still be slaves or not.
Right.
Anytime there's just a state that I believe the girl said in the 2000s past 2015 that it was still on the books that interracial marriages was illegal.
In several states, that is the case.
If you can't get those things together first, we're going to always have the same of everything. That Constitution needs to be gone. Fuck them amendments too. We need to start over.
And then
don't amend no damn shit. What you amending it for?
McConnell said earlier this week about in terms of the whole Voting Rights Act, like we don't really need to change that. Black Americans are still voting at the same rate as Americans. And
they know that at the end of the day, they're trying to stop people from voting. They are doing everything they can. Remember, we talked about this before, Meech. If my license is expired, do that make me not be me?
Right.
Get the fuck out of here. You gonna tell me at the poll your license expired, you can't vote. Why? Did I suddenly turn into somebody else?
Right.
The older people who do not drive no more or their license or IDs have expired because, the kids is taking them everywhere and stuff like that. They not driving no more, stuff like that. What the hell do they need? If they on Social Security for the rest of their goddamn life, what the hell they need to go and fix their damn ID for?
Yeah, I understand we need to play for the DMV, but bottom line, why can't you just be like, okay, it's your 4 years is up, pay your $10 and keep it pushing.
Yeah, just send me a new one. But that's the whole thing. The thing for me is I don't stop being me just because my license expired. That should not be a contingency on me being able to vote. Now, if it's about me not being able to drive, Okay, yeah, y'all get your little money because that's all it is a money racket. Because at the end of the day, if I ain't get a bunch of tickets and y'all ain't suspend my license, why the fuck so what is it, 4? I mean 4 years, y'all? How many years before we have to renew our license?
4.
Yeah. So if I ain't got no suspended license or no shit like that, did I stop knowing how to drive? Because you damn sure don't make me take the test the fuck over. You just get my money over.
Right. And then I understand part of the argument about the whole mail invalid thing, but again, there is a way to resolve that whole issue. Then everybody on planet Earth owns one of these. You could definitely encrypt it in a way to where only you and only you can vote as you.
Remember, I said that a long time ago when we talked about it when Cheeto Head was in there. Because the shit is, it ain't one man, one vote. We know that.
Right.
Because only you got your social security number. Well, other people might have it. But like you said, they send you a code, just like when they send us the new voters registration cards, right? They know that they can turn that shit digital. Send us something in the mail as a PIN number. Because you know how, like, when you get your new debit card, your PIN number comes separate from your debit card.
Right.
If you want to change it, you can. But your PIN number is going to come separate in a separate piece of mail. Send everybody their electronic PIN. Only you are going to be able to do that. And it's only going to be able to go in once.
Right.
I love that.
We know that they can do it because you do it with every fucking thing else.
You're talking about doing it now for you to figure out whether or not you get when your income tax refund coming in. They working on taking for that now.
Exactly. We knew once we had, remember back in the day, we was rushing to H&R Block or Jackson Hewitt or wherever the fuck you did your taxes, whichever one you prefer, because you know the masses either choose one or the other. What happened? TurboTax came. Bitch, if you ain't got no whole bunch of itemized shit and all kinds of shit, you know that you can do your damn taxes on your own. Unless you got a business. Unless you got a business and you want to make sure your shit is done right and you do it with somebody else. But most regular people, if we can do that shit, or you could go online, if we could go online when they was giving us the unemployment or the stimulus, whatever, if we could go online and do that, why we can't go on the line and vote? You do it through the DMV. That would be the best, securest way because only you can get on your thing, right?
Especially when sitting up there dealing with your money and dealing with taxes. We know there's a penalty and the IRS know how to find your bitch ass.
Come on. Now, if they owe you some money, they might take a long time. But if you owe them some money, they on your ass.
Trust.
When they know if you doing wrong, they know how to find your ass, and they know where you are, and et cetera, et cetera.
And wait till you get your stuff together so they can go and get that money. Ask Prince Roger Nelson's people about that one.
So, I don't know if you heard that story, Nikki. We did that Friday. The estate of Prince's estate was finally valued.
Oh yeah. How much?
156.4 million.
And he has no children, right?
Not that I know of.
No. The child that he had with Mate passed away.
Yeah.
Right.
But here's the thing. They were charging a $6.4 million tax penalty. Apparently some. But wait, here's where it is.
Because I'm trying to understand for how.
Wait, baby, wait. The estate now has to pay a 40% tax on that money.
What?
You heard what I said?
Yes.
40%.
And that is higher that's obviously higher than most 1%ers have to pay. But that's higher than most single people have to pay.
This is that bullshit. This is why people want to live in other countries. Like, like when you go to Africa and you actually buy your house, that's your shit. Ain't no taxes, ain't no mortgage. It's yours.
I believe Switzerland
is most places like, man.
40%.
Where do you even get off, and how do you come up with that number?
That's my question exactly, verbatim.
You know where that number comes from?
I don't even understand it. Like right now, I feel like I know that we all highly educated. We some educated motherfuckers up here. But right now, I feel like I need a dunce hat on or something because I feel stupid as shit. How the fuck do you come up with that number?
It's just like when you play the lottery and you win and you go with the lump sum, they take that same 40% out of what you do.
Baby, if I ever win the Powerball, I ain't taking no lump sum shit.
I don't want the lump sum neither.
I want the lump sum, and I want to be able to pass the shit down to my motherfucking kids when I die.
And there you fucking have it. They get
this 300 and something million. I'll take a $250,000 a month.
That's what make it more worth winning at that point. If you basically send, okay, well, I still got 10 more years to get after I die. That now goes to this person.
Yeah,
I'll never do that.
Yeah, because you think about what you really need to live off of, and I ain't even talking about like. I'm not talking about my like modestly. Even if you want to live lavishly, if you make the right investment, you buy the right house. You buy the right house, pay your property taxes up for however many years they allow you to pay forward. You could give me $250,000.
But think about it, sister. In the end, if you are worth that much and the creditors know you worth that much, you can live off your credit.
Right.
But that's the other thing. That's what they want us to do. I'd rather you give my goddamn money and I'm going to pay for everything damn cash. I'll kiss my ass. Go ahead, IRS. Yeah, I paid more than $10,000 for that. Go ahead and look at it. But it's my money and I'm using it. I'm not using no credit for you to give me no damn interest rates back on shit. I'm not going to live so far out of my means that I'm going to be broke and don't have no money for the kids or the grandkids. Listen, I take that monthly damn payment. You can give me about a good $40,000 a month. Because you think about it, if you won the Powerball for 300-something million, 400-something million. After, I would say I need like a little chunk to be able to buy my house, buy my stuff, whatever I need to buy. After that, I'd take a good $30,000 a month because I'm not going to stop running my businesses and shit just because I won this money.
How about that?
You understand what I'm saying? It just be a little bit easier for us to take vacations when the fuck we want.
Right. The Nighthawk Network will be on and popping. That's all.
Listen, you better understand it.
It's still going to be.
You know, yeah, it's people that take the lump sum. That means you get damn near half of my money.
Yes.
Yes.
Because look,
that's like some.
I told y'all, and Buck, you should remember this. Remember when it was a white couple when Michigan had that very first time we was over $360 million in the lotto.
Ooh.
Michigan, we had hit that for the first time that we were over. It was $369 million.
Mm-hmm.
It was a white couple that was up in
Escanaba.
Okay,
I remember now.
They hit right.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a one ticket. It was just them.
No.
You know, they opted to take the lump sum, and this is where I got pissed as shit. You can't tell me that it's. Where did she go?
I know.
You can't tell me that there is anything in this world that out of $369 million, that $300 million was taken from them because they had to pay taxes. Now I understand that with the lump sum, that they opted for the lump sum.
Mm-hmm.
But they got out of, when it was all said and done, for them to take that lump sum, $300 million were taken from them, and they walked away with $60 million in winnings.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was like, well, that's more than what they had. I said, no, bitch, you ain't catching the point that I'm making.
No, not at all.
How and why does anything that says a tax tell you that you done took more than half of this motherfucking shit back?
Great.
I understand it.
Somebody's book.
It's a racket.
Wow.
It's a racket.
That is why the vast majority of people that win these mega jackpots are broke within 5 years.
Exactly.
A good part of that is the simple fact they didn't took half of the money you was working with to begin with.
And then if they took half and then you're not being smart with the money you got left, you're not understanding that they taxing your ass on everything you purchase, everything you do. And if you're not buying stuff right out, they gonna put some interest rates on your ass higher than they would anybody else just because they feel like you got it. And because you ain't never had that kind of money before, you like, okay, well, we got it.
Right. And meanwhile, you go to the Jaguar dealership or whatnot, and they see you coming a mile away.
Exactly.
There. And see,
they want you to come. And they want to give it to you, honey. They want to give it to you.
That gets me. And that there is, you ain't never heard of some of these damn charities, honey, until you find out they find out you got some money.
You better tell it.
For real.
You better tell it.
That kind of stuff there becomes public record because it's a lottery.
And you don't, just that you just said that, because you got to pay even more money if you want to keep it private.
I was just going to say that.
You can keep it private, Georgia, but not in all states.
Georgia said that if you want to stay private, they want you to pay 25% of what you want.
Yep. So that's 25% of what you won. And 25% of what you won. And not forgetting, if you take the lump sum, they already taken what y'all said, 40%, 50, 60, that's 65% of your money.
Of the money. Yeah. How and in what world does that make any kind of sense? And see, here's where I have a problem with it, because this is 2022 now. 8 years ago, and I've told this story before. There was a young man in I want to say Columbus. Wow, you know, me and Columbus would be beefing. Down there, a black man won the lottery. It wasn't one of the real huge ones, but it was enough, like 300,000 or whatever it was.
Right.
Lottery. That baby was killed.
Yeah.
That baby was killed because the children knew they had to go public or whatever. And just like in the movie, The Lottery, where everybody sit up there trying to get the ticket or whatever, right? Up there get some money and they end up killing that boy.
And that's the thing too. Why people? That's another thing. It all runs back to the politics. Who the fuck said we got to tell somebody? That should be your choice, and it should be you should have to tell anybody. I mean, shouldn't have to pay nobody. That should be my choice if I want to tell people or not that I won the lottery.
Right, because in the end, if I, for whatever reason, was so comfortable in the hood where I won the lottery and could stay here.
And could stay.
Nobody know?
Right.
I mean, you already know. We in the D. You know where I live at. There's no way I could go on TV say I won $300 million and be able to live in this house. And
we could not do that nowhere. And the fact that you might want to move silently to charities and stuff like that, just like you just said. But if we want to go, we comfortable in our hoods, but we want to give back to our hoods and start building our hoods back up.
Exactly.
If you know I won that much money, I'm a target. I can't stand because y'all know I'm one of those people that say, no, we shouldn't have to move out of our hoods when we get it big. Maybe we should be the one to build it back up.
Right. How about that?
Instead of leaving it, let's build it up and tell the rest of the motherfuckers, fuck y'all, we don't need y'all. We're going to stay in our own hood.
So that way we got to worry about the Dan Gilberts and the Mike Illiges of the world.
Right. Y'all ain't going to gentrify nothing over here. We got it. We're going to re-gentrify it in ourselves.
They don't choose to come back to the hood and build it up. Let us folks do that.
Yeah. And then, like I said earlier,
we need to look into that because that needs to be a bill. You know, I feel like I'm back on Schoolhouse Rock. I'm just a bill, and I'm only a bill. We need to figure out how we get those bills passed. That's not fair. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. That's hard for the people, not just the person that won, but their family too. If you don't got the family members trying to kill you, you got other people trying to do shit to your family member.
Here's where this is though, because but we got to look at that. If we take that bill and make that into something, then we have to take that across the board because that will have to include all the sports players, Every time that they get a contract, that all their money is told on everybody. He just signed a
but I do believe that kind of stuff should be private. Why the fuck should we know how much they got? Why we got to know they made a $20 million contract?
Yes. Why is that something that we need to know? Because now
somebody somewhere kidnapping their favorite uncle out the goddamn hood because you heard, you know, you might not be able to get close enough to his mama because now he done moved his mama out the damn house and stuff. But you done kidnapped his favorite goddamn uncle who ain't what like us. Like we just said, he didn't want to live the hood.
Like you work for the mob at that point.
At this particular point, it ain't even got to be your favorite. It could be somebody and they told you it's your favorite.
Right.
Because they're trying to scheme and scam or whatever to get the quick money because they know that you'd rather a lot of people that got expendable cash. $100,000 to somebody who got 100 million ain't shit. So they would give you $100,000 just to set your ass up and get you on your way. You know what I'm saying? Because they know all you wanted was the money.
But see, that's under this, and see, this is all under the assumption that the lottery is legit. I got my own theories on that. All I know is 4 times a year, people, and I need y'all to pay attention to this. 4 times a year, the lottery be big money. When we start to get our taxes back, so do know in March it's gonna be a big jackpot then.
Right.
Around the end of the year, so at the new year, around about Christmas time and all that, it's a big jackpot. Somewhere around the 4th of July, there's always a big jackpot. And anything major is going on in politics and whatnot, all of a sudden they start talking about that, and suddenly it's all about these jackpots.
Right.
Always a deflection because there's always a deflection for something.
So
that's crazy.
You already know right around election time, there's going to be another big jackpot.
Oh, child. But see, but again, you know what? I'm going to equate that to, and this may be a stretch, but I'm going to equate that to wartime because remember back when we were, well, this was before our time, but whenever there was a war, they was always trying to sell U.S. savings bonds.
Oh, yeah.
Buy the bonds and get the bonds and this, that, and the other. Because there
was some paper bonds, honey.
Yeah, and it was a way of investing money into the war so that, you know, and it was kind of like trying to keep the economy going because if you bought U.S. savings bonds and this, that, and the other, you could use that versus cash. Okay. And et cetera, et cetera. And then, you know, it was an investment and blah, blah, blah. And I think that the same way that the lottery is being done, just like how you said, Buck, I think it's kind of like an extension of that. Because right now, they bank on most folks sitting up there saying, give me the lump sum. Okay?
Yeah. Because then they know they get to keep the rest. They get to keep the rest.
They get to keep the rest and carry on. And then on top of it, they bank on folks going broke.
Yeah.
They bank on folks going broke because they're like, okay, this is too much money for anybody. Okay, you ain't gonna know what to do with this. Okay, bad investments. You know, you got the wrong people in your ear trying to sit down there and get you to invest in a goddamn ant farm.
Right.
And understand that there are a few of us that have
we're gonna get some sea monkeys, Mitch. We're gonna grow these sea monkeys.
Like so we done learn bits and pieces about money over time, but for those of us who are not quite as educated, who basically just went through high school, when it comes to the bigger numbers and all of that and the taxes, you have no idea.
No clue.
And they waiting on you. They waiting on you, knowing you have no idea.
No fucking clue. So yeah, but we've got to do better with all of that, and we've got to take ourselves into places to where we want to do better. But again, here we go going into the self-love piece. Okay, how do we do that when we're not motivated to do it? Outside of sounding like cliches, because see, we'll give that cliche when we get heartbroken. When we get embarrassed and carrying on, you know, lost a job or whatever. So, you know, fuck that, honey. I was looking for a job when I found this one, honey. I'm a bounce back.
Right.
You said every year.
I'm gonna worry about me. It's all about me now. But you don't know how to do that.
This a brand new year, honey. It's a new year, new me, honey.
You know I hate that. Y'all know I hate that. That's why I always say, come on with the rest of lies.
Okay, we do this every time, but the problem becomes, how do we take that energy and shift it to where we're moving forward? And I have to tell it to myself a lot, because I know certain things to do and carrying on, other things I'm stagnant in, and this, that, and the other, and really got to get my footing together, because it's like, now, are you running from success? You want to be so successful, but at the same time, are you running from it? Because trying to take the
self-sabotage. It's a self-sabotage, because it's like, oh, shit going good. You so worried about what's going to happen bad that you fucking up whatever might be right there about to be good.
Right. Or not, maybe not what's happening bad. Maybe it is the whole idea of, oh my God, when I get it, do I know how to handle it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When this money come in, am I gonna do right by this money? Because I've been fucking up money for so long. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's one of my thoughts. That's why I'm throwing it out there. If this money come up in here, because I tell y'all this all the time, if God had given me the money that I know I want and should have had, okay, at this particular time, I'll be broke today, because I'm constantly giving my money away. Helping folks there. Girl, you already know the story. Listen.
He got me ready to pull up on some nigga for real.
Okay. So, we going through all of this and carrying on. I got money that's out. Okay. I got money that done. The child, listen, if I were to get all of my motherfucking money back, shit, I could produce my play.
Right.
How about that? Okay.
On my own. That when that kind of thing can turn people, you don't want to let what you've done turn you into something different, because when you get motherfuckers that play with, try to take your kindness for a weakness, who don't know who the hell you really are, and then it turn you into somebody that you're not, because now it's just like a bad relationship.
Yeah.
Somebody hurt your feelings real bad, fuck you up real bad. What happened? The next 10 motherfuckers gonna catch up.
Okay.
Now we hope not to do that, because you know deep down inside that ain't you. But you done been hurt so bad you can't help it. So it's that thing where it's like, I did this for you when I could have been doing this for me, and then this what you do?
And then you shit in my face and tell me it was outside.
Come on.
Okay.
You say shit like, I just gave somebody all this money.
Okay, you know what? Stop. Because, okay, wait. Because
you know I be mad.
Let me go solo, because bitch, I didn't do my big meats moment on that. See, you stop.
Okay, go ahead, because you know. Go ahead, give it to him.
This is my big meats moment. I'm glad. This is, I said what I said Sunday, but honey, I'm gonna have to pull this piece out specifically for I am Big Meech, and this is a Big Meech moment. Okay, in the I said what I said segment, honey, of Dishing Tea with Big Meech. Let me tell you something. One of the things that I cannot stand and do not like is for any and everybody to play with my motherfucking intelligence. Okay. Now, I need for anybody out here to explain to me something. Okay. When you know you owe a motherfucker some money, okay, why is it that you feel the need that it's okay to dodge them because you say you don't have it? Let me give you an example. I watched a video, a Facebook Live video on top of it, of someone who went the fuck off, right? Because they paid for services that were not rendered, okay? What struck me about this particular video is that this bitch said she paid for the services. However, at the time that she paid for services, she was telling me Either no. At the beginning of our conversation, she told me she didn't know she had to pay me back. Then it became, oh, you know, I don't have no money. But the payment arrangement that we had made was bitch. The payment arrangement that we made, okay, that she agreed upon, was so motherfucking simplistic, it's ridiculous. To where the money that she owed me on our payment arrangement, it was going to take her 8 months to pay me. Okay? I sat up there because there was a point in the time frame where I did not hear from anybody, because I'm only talking about this one particular person, because there's another motherfucker that owed me some money too. In fact, there's 4, but okay. But this one, I'm going through the most horrific time. Well, I don't know. You have to flip a coin, because I lost a parent and I lost a child, and I don't know which one is worse, okay? And I lost them 4 months apart. I'm in Detroit, and I'm telling folks, listen, I got to bury my mama, okay? I need y'all to run me this money, honey, because my money is running low. I need you to run me this coin. Or set up, if you don't have it all, that's fine. Run me something. No response. Until I saw this video. And I saw the video, what, maybe a week and a half ago? Okay? And when I saw the video, the bitch say in the video, I paid you $700 on Thanksgiving. My mother died November 5th. I didn't hear nothing. But you paid the motherfucker that same $700 that you owe me, that you've been telling me you didn't have, you gave to another motherfucker. Okay, on Thanksgiving. Then wait. Jesus. In the video, your ass said, anytime you asked me for money, I gave it to you. Somebody tell me, where does that compute? Because I'm sitting up here saying, bitch, where my money at? Where my money at? We had already agreed on the payment arrangement. You said yes. 2.5 months that went by, honey. I ain't get shit from you. I ain't heard from you. But now, this motherfucker, you done said that you on camera.
Wait, Miss, can I interject real quick?
Go.
You missing a part. The payment arrangement was contingent on them not having the money.
Yeah.
Not just because, okay, I'm only going to give you, I'm going to allow you to pay me this little bit every week. Right. It was because they didn't have the money.
Yeah.
So the fact that I felt like when you was big and bad and bold enough to tell somebody that you just gave somebody else $700 and told them that every time you asked me for money, I gave it to you. As far as I'm concerned, that motherfucker is null and void. I want all my money, bitch, now. Because that was contingent on you struggling and me trying to give you the easiest way out without taking away from what you need to do.
Right. You understand?
Sorry, finish. I just had to put that in there, y'all.
I'm sitting up here, bitch. When I saw that, I had to start laughing because everybody like, well, you know, God don't like ugly, honey. I said, God don't like ugly and ain't too fine or pretty neither, honey.
Pretty easy.
God of beauty, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, honey.
Come on.
Okay. And I sat up there, I was like, okay, you know what? Interesting. Now, I still have not confronted this person about this because, hell, at this particular point, I don't even think she knows I've seen the damn video yet. At the same time, at this particular point, bitch, I don't want no excuses. And I'm trying
But she went live. So that's where I feel like people playing in the face. How you gonna play in my face? Bitch, you went live.
You went live. Okay.
It wasn't somebody come up and say, "Ooh, this what happened. I was there." No, bitch, you went live for the world to see.
Live. okay, in front of the child's house to put him on blast for fucking up your money. Okay, now what if I had taken that same approach and drive my ass out here to Decatur? Okay. And
it won't be greater.
Okay. And put on that same approach that she just did. Okay. What if I take my ass up here to Villa Rica and do the same approach that this child just did?
You better come on,
out
man.
Here completely ignoring me. Okay. Out of somebody who completely ignores me. Okay. Now, one person, the one person, I'm not gonna worry about that. Okay. Because we good. Okay. We good. Another person, honey, I can't worry about that because that one is sick and shut in. Okay. But that one just stunned me. And I want him to know this. I don't give a fuck what his mouth say. I don't give a fuck what his motherfucking mouth say. Okay. Right now, the way how I feel right now, and ain't nobody gonna change that until I see something different, is that you stunned me because of whatever the case may be. See? All right. But at this particular point in the game, honey, I get tired of motherfuckers. And why do we as people do that? And I'm gonna put myself on front line because I know there have been moments where, you know, you don't take a phone call because I know I owe this child some money. But you know them real persistent bitches, honey. Well, I just told you, bitch, I get paid Friday. You calling me Sunday, I got you Friday when I get paid. So you don't call me Sunday, you don't call me Monday, you don't call me Tuesday. Bitch, by the time Tuesday get here, bitch, I'm worn out with you asking me where your motherfucking money at. And I told you I'm going to pay you Friday. So don't run my motherfucking nerve, bitch.
And you know that's what I had just went through.
Okay, don't run my motherfucking nerve because, bitch, I said I got you. But here's the thing. Because, see, when it's on the back side of that motherfucker, and I'm coming to you to get mine back because we supposed to have it like that. Now I got to remind your motherfucking ass that you owe me some coin. And then you go get in my face, bitch, you know when and bought a motherfucking pair of shoes because you going out to a club. I'm like, bitch, oh, bitch, I done spent $250 on these damn shoes, on this outfit. How'd you spend $250 on the outfit when you owe me $125? How did you do that, bitch? And then say that in my face. Oh, girl, I know I got you. I know I ain't forgot about you. Yes, the fuck you did. Oh, better yet, no. Oh, you know what? Hold on. No, let me take that back. No, you ain't forgot about me, bitch. What it was that you didn't give a fuck about me.
That part.
That part,
that's what it is.
Because you got so comfortable and complacent with saying, they know. I give it back.
They'll be all right. They'll get over it.
And not knowing that sometimes, and a lot of times, because of who we are, we will give even when we don't really have it to give.
Right.
And that's the shit that's fucked up.
And here's where it is, because here's where it is. Oftentimes, the reason why we give when we really don't have it to give is because at those times, those children are always in a real critical bind. And we know when they do it. We know it's not the bullshit story because we know it. Okay?
Right.
They about to come and turn the lights off, the children up in there carrying on, folks right outside. We got to race down here before 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
We know because the crisis, it really is a crisis.
Right.
So we will go through to make sure that you got and try to get you together. And then on top of it, here's the other thing. On top of it, then you want to act as if, bitch, you ain't supposed to give it back to me the way I gave it to you. Because we ain't talking about a payment, bitch. You now want to nickel and dime me and give me my shit back.
Right, and I might need it all together the same way you needed it all together.
I need for you to give it back to me.
Right.
Okay?
It's not whenever you be like, let me borrow 20 here, and maybe you done borrow 20 here, there. And then you give it back 20 here, there. But if you ask me for $400-500, and I gave you $400-500, I need that $400-500 back the way I gave it to you.
Now, unless you sit down there and tell me, like, you know how I get paid, bitch, I'm gonna give you $250 here. I'm gonna give you $250 here,
and that's different.
And that's different because we done discussed it,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And we done agreed to the terms. But bitch, if you sitting up here trying to nickel and dime me back, and then think I'm just supposed to kiss your ass about it.
Well, the other one that went silent, did you get to talk to them?
We ain't talked yet.
Oh shit.
We have not talked yet. Now I'm getting bits and pieces from the third party.
Yeah, I know that part.
This is what's going on in my world. But bitch, you ain't called
But
me.
that ain't got nothing to do with it.
Ain't got shit to do with me. Now,
you ain't go through no third party to get that money.
No,
you ain't go through no third party to get it.
When you needed that motherfucker, you was blowing me up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when you needed it, you were blowing my motherfucking phone up, honey, every time. And then you calling me to FaceTime me, bitch. You calling me on Messenger, not just on the phone, bitch. You looking at me in my goddamn face.
Mm.
See, yeah, okay,
yeah. I'm telling you, it's the gall, the unadulterated gall.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay.
The Trump effect. Everybody out here acting like Trump.
And here's what gets me with church folks. And we went back to church children.
Oh,
you know,
no.
what I get sick of is when I get there. Well, you know, God gonna bless you, honey. Bitch,
don't you do that? I'll be like, oh hell no. This ain't had don't you bring God into some shit like this.
Right. Because see, what you don't understand, my blessing is all I'm here. I'm
right.
So God is already blessing me.
Exactly.
That got nothing to do with that blessing because I'm already. I need for you to do.
Don't do that. People kill.
Okay. Uh-oh. Everybody done left. Okay, we done got hot, child. Everybody's sister done dropped off, but it's okay. See, it's okay. Because I get tired. Okay, I get tired. And see, here's where it's dangerous. Because everybody look at me and, you know, I can blow up quick because I don't like stupid shit or whatever. But as far as being violent and carrying on, that's not my nature. I don't like being violent. I don't like that because it takes up too much energy, okay? At the same time...
Let's be old now. I get out of breath faster.
You know, outside of it taking up too much energy, what ends up happening as well is it takes me too long to calm down. Okay? It takes me too long to calm down. And then I'm a Pisces on top of it. So, bitch, you can't give me nothing to think about. Because if I start thinking and start playing this goddamn what if game, bitch, then my anger starts to spiral. Okay. And then here come Hurricane Samantha, honey, because that bitch will make an appearance.
I was getting ready to say, because what usually happens with me is the Aunt Nikki and Storm and stuff that everybody knows and loves steps aside. And that little North Philly Nikki steps in.
Okay.
And it's like, I've come way past who I used to be, but she is always waiting in the wings. Don't do that. It's not going to end up nice. And I would just be forewarned. If I'm in a situation and we're not sad and I'm crying, but something has made me mad and you see a tear roll down my face, I promise you that's no Philly Nikki. That ain't who you want.
Right. And see, for me, like we were saying, if you see me with a cigarette, bitch.
Oh yeah. We talk about cigarette.
If y'all see me with a cigarette and I ain't got no cocktail in my hand and I'm not in no vibe, or I'm not in the production on stage. If you
right.
Mm-hmm.
You don't understand them. You better start getting it together.
Let me go to the comments. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Layla said, I'll keep that in mind if ever I hit the Mega Millions on the Powerball. No lump sum and be prepared for calls from a gazillion charities. LOL.
Mm-hmm.
The law might be different in Maryland, though. I believe you can remain anonymous. I think you can. Okay.
I know it's different in every state.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Charles, how are you, darling? Who was the special guest? That was Eric Buckner from the Nighthawk Network. Did you see his name? Yeah, he's one of our affiliates, darling. Whatever you do, handle your money so you're not homeless for 3 years like my stupid friend did. Ooh, okay. Don't owe nobody no money, and I'm talking to myself too because I kicked the friend out behind that shit. How about it?
Right.
That's why Nikki put the fly guy from I'm going to get you sucker on them.
Okay.
Okay, I got tired of the excuse. Can you trust me till Friday? I don't have that excuse of a person no more. However, I do miss his talking. Okay, right. That's him. He fucked up a good thing.
Right.
Yep, they gave it in pieces, and I want it all the way I gave it. Then they cuss you out. Woo!
Oh yeah, the nerve of you to get mad because what? Oh shoot. To get mad at me because you didn't give me back my damn money, nor did you tell me or explain to me that you couldn't give it back all at once. And you mad?
And me. That part right there.
Sorry, Moke, I called you by accident. I'm on the air.
All right,
love you too.
That part there, you want to cuss me out because I got to come to you to tell you about my money. Okay, and then you got an attitude,
right?
And then want to actually cuss. It ain't like you raised your voice, but you want to cuss,
right?
You want to cuss, and then it's fuck you, bitch, and motherfucker. I mean, hard words,
right?
And then think that I'm supposed to just take it because I'm supposed to understand. And I'm like, bitch, okay, you got one more motherfucker to come out your goddamn lips. I want you to think it. Bitch, think it. Think it. Think it so I can knock you in your motherfucking shit. Please think it. I don't need you to say, I want you to act like you thinking about it. See, motherfucker, ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch?
I'm sorry, y'all. I was doing a thing, and I gotta call my cousin Kia and make sure this ain't.
You good?
Oh no, they did that. It was a white haired person in North Philly that had got a hit and run, and she died.
Oh,
and Lord. They did it right down the street from my house. Well, Kia would have said something.
Okay.
I just saw it come across the screen. I'm like, wait, whoa.
Right,
Geez.
yeah. Hey, Big Meat Temptations came out with an album this Friday. Their single is going to be Yes or No. Ha! Okay. Okay. So, okay. Okay. I got to go check that out. Yeah, because this is their 60th anniversary. The Temptations just had a 60th anniversary. This is their album. Is that the song that I wonder if that's the song that Smokey Robinson is on? No, he's on the song that celebrates it's a celebratory song where it's a song that they wrote that talks about the career of them. And song. But I got to catch this, honey. And Otis is doing a lot more singing. He's leading a little bit, you know. He's the last original one, honey, but you know, Otis.
Listen, every time I think of Otis now, I think of Meg Thee Stallion and her song, and they was saying it was like one of those things from the Temptations movie where David Ruffin was like, "Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis."
Right.
And she say that line in the song, and now somebody talking about Otis. I can knock this shit out my head. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Otis. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, be that as it may, darlings. So yeah. Oh, child. It is really something when you have to deal with folks and got to, you know.
Right.
But it's okay. You know, it's going to be okay because I can't let that get me down and carrying on and you know, following my own faith. Oh, it is.
What?
Yeah, that is the song. She said, yes, it is. Smokey and the Temptations is going to be yes or
Oh,
no.
okay.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Emily. You know, we're getting together. We're what 8 days away from January being over. You know.
Oh yeah, I gotta put together a basket, Valentine basket. Are you gonna put together a Valentine basket to represent?
Yeah. I got to do that too.
I mean, fresh off the presses, we have created the lip balm.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
And since I didn't have, I don't know how I ran out of jars for the actual body butter, but I had ordered some of the small jars for it because I knew I was going to be making the lip balm. So since I did make the jars of body butter, I used the first off the presses is Avea's apple. So it's apple lip balm.
Oh, well, hot damn. Okay, cute.
In wintertime, baby. Atlanta trying to act like we had the cold days. People protect your lips, especially under the mask.
You know what? I'm one who, my lips, especially right here in this corner right here, the right side of my bottom lip, I don't know what the hell this is. This bitch, honey, flakes and it does what the fuck.
I got you. I'll see you sometime tomorrow. These
like,
are based,
okay.
You know how everything is all natural. So these are beeswax, cocoa butter, mango butter, and then the essential oil, the apple.
Okay. So cute.
I was like, oh, this is cute. All right.
Hey, Cap, what's going on, baby? Okay. Do you have a passion fruit oil? I've been looking for passion fruit oil. Oh, okay.
You know what? I either go to the herb store for different stuff, but you can look it up. If it's just passion fruit oil that you're trying to buy, if you don't have an herb shop near you, go onto Amazon and type in, and just make sure you type in all natural essential oil.
Right.
Do not type in fragrance oil. That's different and it's not all natural.
Right. My phone died. I kind of figured it was because you just dropped, and because you dropped and Nikki dropped at the same time.
So because I'm on my phone and I didn't hook up everything, and I'm on my phone, so every time I touched it, it kicked me off.
Yeah. So, but that's all good. That is all good. Let me
see. We're gonna get that lip right together tomorrow.
Okay.
And how about the bargain with these? Because they come in those little containers, they're only $1.
How about it?
They're only $1.
I'm gonna do one question because I keep saying every time I pull out the self-love deck, I never get to the self-love, honey. But I done did the relationship, we done did after dark, we done did dating.
Okay, let's have it.
But here's the question, and for those of you who are still with us, honey, I want you to put your answers in the comments. What's the biggest obstacle in the way of you going to the next level, and how can you hurdle it?
You want to answer first?
Obstacle in the way of you going to the next level, and how can you hurdle it?
You want to go first?
Oh. The biggest hurdle that I have is me, I won't call it necessarily downing myself, is procrastination. Okay. And I was just talking about that. We were talking about the saboteur is there, and you sit down and wonder this and wonder that. I have wonderful ideas. My execution needs work. Okay. My execution, my energy levels, my motivation, and carrying on.
So the first thing would be is how do you combat that? Because remember, a lot of times we go through stuff and we trying to jump to the solution and we bypass the tools we need and then the steps that we need so that you can use the tools along with the steps to get to it. So it's like you got to break it down and say, okay, now you just said the first part. Some of it is procrastination. So what will it be? What will it take for you to not have the procrastination?
You know what? Here's where it is. I have been someone who has been doing for others because I can do for everybody else. And make it happen. And you've seen me, child. If y'all sit there and say we're doing this and doing this, I could do it for the car club, I could do it for this, I could do it for that. It's now me.
You already know. You already
And every time it's time for me to do me, I can do it, but I would get distracted or I make myself distracted, you know. And I say that because there are moments where I know I should be here. I need a writing date because I got scripts in my head I need to bump out, right? Or at least the treatments for it. You know, if I could get the treatments, because girl, we need to be filming this year. And I got my very first gay son, who was my business partner. I got him in round. I'm like, listen, bitch, I need you down here. Okay, I need you here because we got to get to moving and grooving. And I know he's good at crunching numbers and keeping the stuff together. So yeah, I need him here in his right mind. So I'm
and
like,
you know that's the same thing for me. Is like I got a lot of stuff, and we know that I got stuff that's already written and ready to go. It's a whole season of things that are ready to go. I didn't start the casting calls or just other things happening, but those things aren't my biggest issue. I think my biggest issue has nothing to do with the actual thing of work, whether it be filming or the products or anything. It's not that. I'm still dealing with so much hurt, trying to navigate past it, because you see, if nothing else, my ass be motivated in a motherfucker for school.
Right.
So I know that I can do that, but it's like, when are you going to get past that or around it or however you need to do it? Because it's stressful. And when we have things that emotionally messing with us, it's physically fucking with me.
Exactly.
You see right now, my dumb ass can't fall asleep to save my goddamn life.
Exactly.
I fall asleep at 6 or 7 in the morning. I can't do that. And I know in my brain I can't do that because now I got Lily back and I have to be on that mindset of Lily gotta go to school. Thank God they still ain't get the stuff straightened out yet, because since she been here, I still ain't been able to sleep.
Right.
I know when we get finished today, I'm gonna finish.
But part of that is because that's the worry of making sure she get together. Blah 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 blah.
Right.
Blah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So much emotional stuff.
It's emotional,
and I'm not getting around the emotional stuff to get to all the other things. Like like I told that professor. Like, well, not what I told the professor. What I had told y'all. Like right now, school is the only thing that keeps me sane. It's the only one thing that can hold my focus enough to keep me sane. So that's the one thing I hold on to and do well in.
Right.
Because it's like I can't do no other thing. Like I always feel like when it comes to school, if I stop, I'm not going to go back. You know, y'all. If y'all see me, I was manic.
I'm there now because I wanted to go get my master's. But I don't do it with online classes and COVID,
And mostly, and if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna do it in March,
and then bam, COVID hit, and hit. I was like, damn, okay, whoo,
Because remember what happened to me? I graduated because y'all graduated that a couple months before me,
right?
So I graduated February 22nd, and then I started my master's the next day.
Right.
And COVID hit 2 weeks into it. Now, technically, I could have been finished by now because full time for the master's program there is 2 classes. But y'all don't put us all online. No, bitch, I'll take the 1 class. And then a couple of them terms I took off for the stuff with Redman. So it's like now I know there's going to be a break because in between me being able to leave there and go to UGA, they're regular college semesters as opposed to the accelerated thing.
Okay.
So more than likely I won't start till like July, which is fine because I need to breathe.
Exactly. And I'm looking to do that because again, we done got these damn loans and I'm not working. That's my other thing.
Just to pay loans.
Working to pay loans. But the other thing is that I'm not constantly working. I need to build a studio. I'm an audio major, right? I don't have the equipment here to where I'm in this. I don't have the programs here to where I'm doing this the way that I need to do it. So I can say that I spent $75,000 for real. Because right now I just feel as though I got a piece of paper. It's cute. I know some things, but I don't have it down like I know my skin.
Well, how about your niece? What your niece told us about y'all on your audio side? She said, "Mom, did you know we could do like a 3-way or 2-way Pro Tools session?" Now I knew that they could do it like if you was in the same building but in a different room. I learned that in Derek's class. But did you know that we can open up Pro Tools here? You can open up Pro Tools at your house, do the vocals right there, and they'll drop right in the session over here.
No, I did not know that.
Me neither. Not till yesterday. Your goddamn niece told me, and then I was on the phone with my brother. He was like, "Yeah, all you gotta do is blah blah blah." I said, "What? Shut the fuck up."
Oh shit! Now see, this is why I need to get. See, I need to be working in it. You know, I'm doing commercials and stuff, so I need better equipment so I can sit down there and do my own reverb and this, that, and that, and give me my effects that I want, so that I can have better quality. The commercials are fabulous that we're doing, thank God. But now I want to take it to the next level. I want to be able to do a little bit more than what we're doing, so we can market ourselves a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the ideas are there. Now we just got to sit down and get the execution going the way I would like. You know, my house is a goddamn record and show you where my mind is because I'm everywhere, because I got ideas are floating, but we just got to execute this. And so that they're taking me to the next level. Then we have to iron some shit out because we're all eclectic. So we got so much that we're doing. You know, we got this.
And then that little thing gets in the way sometimes too.
That meeting, you know.
Yes. Listen, I said that I was talking to my little brother about my father earlier. We faced him, and I was telling him, you know, he wants to see Redman and stuff, but he said, you know, that's my favorite nephew. I want to see him, but I don't want to see him like that. And I don't know what to do. I said, baby, when I tell you about a visit, I said, I feel like I'm on Zoom all the motherfucking time. Every time I turn around, I'm Zooming something. Redman has Zoom video visits. William has Zoom video visits. We got Zoom for class, Zoom for the car club, Zoom for when I'm doing regular business meetings. It's just, I said, sometimes I'm just Zoom the fuck.
Okay.
But we have so many other things that sometimes I don't always feel like some things need to take precedence, but because we are a team, that's just the way it was supposed to go. Like, remember the other night, I was like, Meech, I ain't had no sleep. I'm not coming on the air because I want to go to sleep so I could get up so we could do the photo shoot.
Right.
When I got up, and then Cole was sick. When I saw her, I said, wait, what? Because I had got up real early because I had never went to sleep really. No, I went to sleep, but not a lot. And I got up real early because I was like, all right, let me start getting this house together for the photo shoot. And something said, look down. I looked at my phone and then I heard her up there. She was like, Mom, we scheduled the photo shoot. And I'm like, ugh. Yeah. So it's like we're trying to make sure everything is straight so we could do certain things. Right. And then it's like, oh shit, but I didn't get to do that.
Right. You know, but which is why, again, now we got to go about building teams, you know, because we got to have more than one person in position.
Right.
There's a number of things that have to be done, and we are going to get that done this year. It's just that now it's the focus, it's the commitment. I think that's what Buck said. Okay, my focus and determining what I really need and don't need, you know.
Right.
Okay, and carrying on. You know, I'm still real big at wanting to get the interns from the school because I'm like, listen, they need projects for.
But guess what? Most of them don't even come to the building to be able to. Cole is the only one in all of film and audio classes. Mm-hmm. There is not any student on the campus. I'm not exaggerating. Wow. There's no students on the campus. She's the only one who works in media ops now. And she's the only one, if she chooses to go to class on campus.
Wow. Okay.
So what you might need is maybe over to the other school where she about to transfer to and talk to Professor Young and ask her.
Well, here's the thing. If she finna transfer, that's gonna be the end. Because once she establishes a relationship with the students and who's gonna be in her teams, then we
Yeah.
were able to go over and say, hey, this is what this is.
Right.
Because we know what's needed. That's what we did with AIU. We were going up in there
Right.
listening, talking
Right.
to the department here. Okay, listen, this is what we're trying to do here. Okay, everybody need a project, and everybody got to work on something to build their portfolios.
Right.
So let's talk about how, in fact, that's what they taught us. Make sure you building teams of people.
You build your team. Look, if y'all guys didn't know, that's how we all became as tight as we are. Because we knew that we was going to do the work.
Right. So that there is something. So as far as getting it together and carrying on, I know some of it is my energy levels have not been, and I don't like leaning on this as an excuse. I've been trying to take these vitamins and carrying on, but I know once I get so far in, when I get tired, it's a wrap, and I don't like that. I don't want to call that my new normal, and I still hate to say my new normal, but what I have the reality of it is that after I hit a certain peak, if I put past it, and if I get to the point where I'm completely emaciated, baby, it takes me 4 to 5 days to recover.
And that's what I'm going through.
It takes me 4 or 5 days to recover.
I'm having sickle cell shit happening, and I'm not. Yep. Because what it is your body will totally shut down on you and say, "Oh, bitch, you don't want to sit down? I got you."
Right. And it's like, oh, like today, I was going to get up and leave to go over the Reds at about 1 o'clock. I was supposed to be calling you, but I just couldn't get it together. Girl.
No, you did call me. Remember when you called me and said you was about to go?
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about later. I called you later after I had planned. But of course, my daughter want me to take her around to the church. She says I done got this goddamn car, honey. This bitch, it's convenient. I said, and I know what she gonna ask me because she get to lingering.
Oh Lord.
I know how she get. I know her pattern, so I know when she gets up trying to get the fuck up out of here. But I also know, honey, when she start lingering a little bit, now all of a sudden she got to readjust her bag and the shit she taking in the bag.
Oh, well, wait. So did you never make it to Reds?
Oh, I got out there.
Oh, okay, because I know I had said that. I was like, Uncle Meech ain't bring no salad stuff.
No, I got it. I got
it. Because Lily decided she wanted burgers and fries for dinner. I said on a Sunday, I said, okay, fine. I made homemade burgers and fries, but in my mind, I was like, yeah, because Uncle Mitch gonna bring some salad, right? I'll be good.
Salad, girl, I got here and came here. Had to get this. I didn't get in here till 8:30.
Well, I figured that you was probably tired or whatever, but I was like, okay.
But we got to recording.
Oh, you have read?
Yeah, we got to recording because remember the homework that we did. Did y'all do y'all homework? I ain't seen nobody give me their homework. Okay, I told everybody yesterday, honey, your homework assignment was to write where you see yourself in 5 years from now, and then write where you see yourself 10 years from now. Okay, I got you Friday. But remember the homework that we did a long time ago? It was to write a letter to yourself.
Oh yeah.
And we recorded that today. I did the spoken word part on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cool. So people sitting around there talking. He said, well, whenever you're ready here, I could just sit down there and record you. We could do that. I said, well, shit, I'm here. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was good because there was something that got done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's something that got done. So that's a good thing.
We got in that creative space. And, while we were talking to everything, of course, now, my mind is going, and I'm thinking about a new song. He was playing music. Then I got to think about the script and things. So being in the creative space is always beautiful for me because we're able to bump it out. I just wish that at one point, and I don't want to be the one to carry around a tape recorder all the time to talk in the tape recorder. I just wish I had something.
You got a voice recorder on your phone.
Yeah.
Use that?
To where I can sit down and do this, and this. Because what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to be able to transcribe so that I can say it's done, Like right now, I still have not did my quarters for the year. I spoke it to what I want to have done.
Yeah.
By the end of March, I need my cleaning crew here because we finna go to get this house together.
Yeah.
For real. That's got to be done. And Brandon was like, well, Mama, you know, if you're trying to get this house or whatever, you need to start throwing away stuff that you don't need now versus waiting until
right. And now that's the truth. You need
that's God
to.
honest truth. So
Listen, all you need to do is go get them big industrial bags.
Yeah.
And once a week, and like every day, you see something that you know you ain't use, put in that bag. And at the end of that week, throw that whole bag out. You start like that. No, I'm just saying, like, I went out in the garage and threw a bunch of stuff away a while ago. Because it's like, if it's not sentimental and it's not seasonal and you ain't used it in over a year again, you don't need it.
Right.
You know,
for it. I know this damn linen closet, honey. When the shit at the bottom, I said, bitch, this is where this is. I've been looking for this, but
look, go ahead, look back in there. See if my pen in there.
You could donate it. Yeah, we usually do. Okay, we usually do. Wait a minute, Emily, what you say? I'm thinking about recording the Bible in Ebonics and putting it on audiobook because I can't understand it. And I'm sure.
Oh, well, let me tell you something before you do that.
And I don't want to go to church.
go to audible.com and type in the remix of the Bible. It's already there, baby.
Okay.
It's already there because I used to listen to it cracking up and letting the kids listen to it. It's put in a way that the kids can understand it, and it's hood.
I can't understand the King James shit, and I don't like the NIV either. And why does it say we have to live like angels when we can't?
Yeah, go to the remix. It's the remix of the Bible. That's what it's called. I mean, I used to listen to it so much that it was just crazy because it was just funny to me, and because the way they put it, it turned shit into a comedy for me.
Okay. Well,
I still got 2 other songs that I'm working on. Something happened with the files of when I started these games.
Yeah.
The transfer. So it's looking like I might have to do them again. Okay. But you know, we have Pro Tools now. So once I just do the vocals, I could just send them over to Mir for him to finish, plus the other 2 songs that I needed to finish. I'm like, it's stuff that I gotta do and get done because if I don't do nothing but get pissed off with myself.
Right. And I understand that. So those are some of the things that I have to work on. And then like I said, I'm going through a paradigm shift because you know I keep telling you, ever since Mama and I left up, Mama and I left up out of here, honey. I have never thought. I always thought I was grown, but bitch, I am grown for real. You know what I mean? I am grown for real. So it's like everything about me is shifting. It's bullshit. I'm really my tolerance for bullshit, honey.
God, you ain't gotta tell me. I'm right there with you. 2 seconds to popping somebody in they fucking
hello.
Man.
I'm like, you know
I can't argue with nobody. I can't argue with nobody, Mish, because first of all, I'm not arguing with no motherfucker on the other end of no phone, no shit like that. That's one. I pay my phone bill. You get on my motherfucking nerves, I'm hanging the fuck up. But if you in my face with that bullshit, I do not have the patience, and I'm going in your mouth. Like and I don't even want to be there. So I'm trying to avoid situations that will have me there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, baby, but that there is where we are. So those are some of the things that I'm going to be working on this week. We got a few things. I've got to push myself because we're still looking for sponsors to come on in, any monetary sponsors, so that we can get the commercials and stuff rolling and things that we got to get some things together because we have. I'm like I said, I want to get the filming done. I want to reboot the play because I've had somebody ask me about the play again. I'm like, okay. And it's time,
right?
It's time for the show. No time for the pain, honey. Yeah, it's time for that to be rebooted and put up the way we do it, and all of that. So, and that requires a filming part in it because how we do it now, the California scene is recorded like a film. So we have a little miniature short inside of a play.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
So
Mm-hmm.
I think they charge, darling. She says Audible free, or do they charge for the Bible?
Well, I pay Audible every month, so I get a book every month. I think I pay like $14.99 a month. I've been doing that for years too. If you seen my damn list in my audible.com, it's crazy. It's $14.99 a month. But the thing is, with your book credit, you can get like the most expensive books in there. That's what I use my credit for. Because it's $14.99, but I'll buy the $30 and $40 and $50 books that I want. And for books that don't cost that much, I'll just pay for them. Or you could buy like a bundle, like a 3 credit extra bundle or something.
Okay.
So your credits, if you just have the audible.com, the monthly thing, you could use it like that. But you can I think they got a free one where you could just buy the books as you go.
Okay.
You might be able to do it like that, but I've had it for years. I've had audible.com before I got married to Peanut, and we got married in 2010. My archives is crazy.
Okay.
Because that's around the time when I start getting so busy. I love to read, you guys, but I started getting so busy that I wasn't able to read. But then I was like, well, damn, I can't read. I need to at least be able to hear my stories.
Right. Okay.
I probably have credits on there right now that I ain't even redeemed.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you could go check it out. I'm not really sure about the free version, but there are a lot of Audible book companies that have like free downloads. I don't know if they have their actual remix to the Bible, but that one is fun. It's fun because the kids can hear it. Everybody can hear it. It had you cracking up.
Okay. Well, on that note, my darlings, let's get ready to let these children go. And call it grace, honey. We're gonna do that. I got to get about this chair and stretch, and then tomorrow is Donut Factory, and then it's business, honey. Monday. Oh, wait a minute, I'm supposed to have a meeting tomorrow. At 11 o'clock before work. So yeah, it's College Park Citizens Association. We'll talk in a minute because I need to put your email there. And carrying on, so we give folks. We got to generate this membership. However, when you get on the outskirts, we're gonna slide you in some kind of way. But nonetheless, that there was that. So my darlings, what we're gonna do is let you guys go home. So honey, you may finish.
Oh, wait, should I give you? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Did you get the I sent you the commercial Lily did. It's up on TikTok, but it wasn't a TikTok commercial. Yeah. Did you see it?
I saw it.
We filmed it, and I did the stuff in Premiere, and then I just put it up there.
Okay, yeah, I saw that. Okay.
So, and then her and Cole did another one tonight. So we're gonna do an official one soon.
Okay.
Yep. Listen, baby, when she knocks out that, we're building a legacy, not a letdown.
I know. Yeah.
You ain't be able to tell me nothing.
That took me out.
Yeah. So you guys, we love y'all. I'm gonna drop down before me. Oh, what? Okay.
Wait a minute. I have an announcement to make, and I'm glad I'm doing it now because Cheryl, my sister is about to be a grandmother again.
What?
My baby sister Hanny, her stuff. My nephew, my grandnephew turned a year old yesterday. Okay, well, he's about to have a sibling.
Oh, how? All right, then.
But at least they waited till the baby turned 1, child.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
His cousin, honey, they were 6
months. I got a stair step in my bunch too. Just one, just Keisha and Coda.
Okay, well, shit, but his cousin, my other nephew, honey, the baby was 6 months old before when he come calling me, talking about where she about to have a sibling. I said, the baby's 6 months old. What the fuck, boy?
Well, you know that's how. Remember, the twins are like that because they were premature. So, Kamir is not even a year older than them. He's about only like 8 months older than them or something like that. Yeah.
So, be that as it may.
Ghetto triplets, honey.
All right. Well, listen, children, you may finish all of your crumpets, my darling, because the tea has been dished and the youth been dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meech and Aunt Nikki, and in the absence of the big red fella. Okay, now he was in here, but his phone dropped, and he texted me. He ended up going to sleep, and now he's up detoxing. Okay.
Oh Lord. Okay. Well,
Uh,
I'm gonna drop down there while you wrap up, so I can
okay.
figure out this heat stuff, and then call me when you get all the way off.
Okay.
Love y'all.
So,
good night.
Good night, darling. So, you may finish all of your crumpets, darling, because, honey, listen. If you love us, honey, tell all of your friends to come and like, subscribe, and share and get in on the fun. But if you hate us, honey, you can tell all of your motherfucking enemies, child. Okay? To like, subscribe, and to share. Okay? So we love you. We appreciate you, honey. And just remember, honey, please know that everything that we're doing over here, honey, at Dishing Tea with Big Meech, at Atlanta Hot Radio, at Let's Talk with Aunt Nikki and Alo Nana, honey, and all of our affiliates with Three the Hard Way Syndicate, honey, everything that we're doing in any way, shape, style, form, or fashion will move forward. Okay, this here is Sunday, and so we're going to see you back here next Friday. And carrying on, honey, bringing in some new topics and carrying on new stories, and hopefully we have some exciting guests coming. I'm lining up some people to come on. So until then, my darling, you guys have a bombastic week, and be checking out the Facebook and the YouTube for some Big Meech moments that's coming up and some inspiration. And I hope that's going to encourage you to get through your work week. Okay. So until then, my darling, wait a minute, I ain't got the damn thing ready. How about that? Until then, my darlings, I want you guys to have a good time. Love yourself. Be good to yourself. And once you're good to yourself, give that energy to somebody else. Okay, honey? So on that note, honey, and scene.